Greetings and salutations. I'm Ben. Welcome to the Sunday Night Hang right here on Sundays Hanging on YouTube. Part of the Google First, part of Inter Hyper Global Megacorp.
Hell yeah, rock on.
Yes, it's NAMM wrap-up weekend. I'm here at home. I didn't get to make it, but I sent these kids over. So we got JJ's House of Jam and Aaron from Albus Band joining in. They've been namming it up.
And my chameleon as well. He's crawling on my face.
And his Karma Chameleon himself. Perfect. And I'm going to go through the chat here while Aaron vapes and JJ plays with his Karma Chameleon. We've got Zach Thong, Rock Daddy, Symmetry, Tim Thomas, Charles 75N, Gary, Guitar 1952, Janice Lala, Dan of New Jersey, JP Page 2, Keith Campbell, Hit Metalworks, Rock Daddy. Good to see you. Let's see. Joe Hervey 84, Tim Thomas, Terry's 3Gs, Ryan Hall, BC Rich 581, Paul McNary, RJ Ronquillo. He says, I made it. Yep, you did. Awesome. John Duchesne's here. Who else do we have in here? Fruitcake Tony's not late. Ferd Burfel. Love that name. Who else? Me. Why me? Why? I don't know. Because I felt typing. Martin from L&M Guitar Corner. He's going to catch the replay because it's an early morning in Austria. So I get it. Jay Steen made it. Awesome.
What's up,
Brad
brother?
Guitar Miller. We've got Guitar Man 45. Bozique. What's up, Bozique? Papa Blue. Robot Master Switch. Jeff Ripplinger. Mark Taft. Gretch Zeppelin. Mercy. Half Ace. Neil. Yeah, all the cool kids. Wow, we got 47 people already, and I think each one of them said hi 3 times. Perfect. Algorithms. Just keep that chat flying, folks.
Yo, JJ, so, speaking of chat, where is your chat, JJ?
On the right-hand side of StreamYard, you can toggle it between private chat and comments.
Yeah, I see that. Comments. There it is. What up, people?
What's up, Michael B? Yeah, hit that like button if you haven't already. And please, if you're new, please subscribe. Please. I'm sounding awfully Canadian.
There's no chat.
First of all,
see him. I didn't know.
We're gonna confirm a myth, I guess, rather than bust a myth about NAMM.
I had to open YouTube.
I've been on here 100 fucking times. I've never seen that.
I had to open another YouTube and watch the comments on that one and share the screen.
I use my phone and then.
Damn. Rock on, everyone. Crazy few days, man.
Yes. So I'm gonna get hey Scott and Octopus Ears. Let's just say here, there's a myth, which is it's not real. Hey, you can't buy gear at NAMM. Right. Unless you're a store and you can order stuff at NAMM. That's the whole point. It's a trade show. You can't get guitars at NAMM. Well, actually, you can. Can't you, Aaron? You can't buy them, but sometimes you can get gifted them.
Well, you can always buy them on the last day if the person doesn't want to ship the shit. You can always.
But not officially, Aaron. That's not official.
No. Not officially, but.
Or you happen to run into Chappers and talk about the fact that you've been endorsing their product basically for years now, and Chapper said, you know what, Aaron? Ben says you're a good guy. So have a guitar.
That's what it was. Ben said I'm a good guy.
Yeah. So Chappers gave Aaron a guitar.
He gave away
one of the prototypes.
He gave away the prototype ML2 to JJ's buddy. He gave me this, which this is the model. Anyone that's watched me on here with Ben before or followed my band, this is the model that I play and have played for years. This
Can I see the neck joint?
Orange sparkle. Bam.
Oh, fuck, that is a nice neck joint too, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
same as my normal one, man. It's my favorite.
You know what? That's the neck joint I had on my Axel Badwater, like a Les Paul. It was Les Paul with that neck joint. And I love it.
And then they had one of the they have a really good Indonesian range, and like we were playing those and we're like, God, this is fantastic. And he gave that one away too. So all 3 guitars that they brought over, which on one hand he doesn't have to ship them, which is cool, but on the other hand,
because all you have to do is look at them and go, yep or nope.
Yeah.
And then after that guitar becomes irrelevant in many ways.
Yeah. On the other hand, it's super fucking cool that he just gives them to people. So that was very nice of him. And the nice thing for me is I get 2 bags fly free on Southwest, and I only brought 1 carry-on, so now you're looking at carry-on number 2.
Yeah. And I knew something was up because Aaron FaceTimed me last night, and he's walking, and immediately I see a gig bag going, "Hey, how are you?" behind him, and he's trying to tell me this long story, and I'm like, I already know the end of this story because I see a "Hey, how are you?" behind you.
Yeah,
so
one of these running around chasing hammered JJ.
So Bozique asks, he says he's been asking this question around with no shows of the big companies like Gibson and Fender. Is this the beginning of the end for the NAMM show?
Hell, I don't know. Okay, so let me go ahead and give my 2 cents. It was probably 60% of the normal vendors that were there. They did a great job cinching it up. Like, they knew they weren't going to have the basement, so they moved whatever would have been there, some of them up to Hall D. Hall D was consolidated, and then the top floor, Yamaha came over. So, like, the stuff that would have been in the Hilton came over and did the upper floor that normally would have been Gibson and Fender. But, I mean, you're still talking, there were big dogs there left, right, and center. You had Ibanez, you had Music Man, you had Rickenbacker, you had Rev was there. You still had all the cool, I mean, Abasi was there. I mean, you had a ton of amazing brands there. So it was still totally awesome. And there's a lot of them that I've talked to that did.
And I think a few of them were literally saying, we're just taking this year off, wait and see. So
that's what I was going to say.
And then there are some that may be done with it. You know, like let's take Gibson for an instance. They were there, and then they weren't, and then they came back, and then they weren't. So
I think it's going to be back because it's going to be one of those things like we want to maintain that relevancy. Not that they're ever going to be irrelevant.
Even if you're just using it as the schmooze fest it's turning into, where, and I don't really consider myself part, but the bigger YouTubers that are there covering guys like Ryan Burke that are going to hit every booth and make a video, Henning Pauly, people like that are going to cover a bunch of stuff. They're the press these days. So if you want to get out there, because you can advertise in Guitar World, but how many people are picking up a Guitar World anymore?
No. Me and SPJ rolled up on Friday, and the first person we saw literally after getting badges was 60 Cycle Home. So we hung out with Ryan for a little bit. And then I mean, it was
interesting. Think Henning was there this year, John.
No, Henning canceled his. So I was talking to Henning, and I said, when are you getting in? We'll meet up. And then he said, I canceled it. Me and Andy canceled our flights in our hotel. So after I called him a turd, I told him I was going to do the troll videos again. But then I was like, well, I already did that once. I'm not going to do it again. I mean, it would have been funny, but I didn't do it. Got to hang out.
We made those public, but
I hung out and met RJ's boy quite a bit, Perfecto de Castro, and I grabbed him and I made him go over. And the totally not a Perfecto pedal, but I'm a big fan of Collision Devices, Black Hole Symmetry. Love that pedal. So I made him go play it, and he loved it. And then that was their first time in the States. They're like 27-year-old French guys. So I grabbed one of them and took him for drinks, and just tried to show some hospitality. We had a good time, man. It was really, really enjoyable. Like, I will say this was probably the funnest NAMM in terms of
Mike Jones asks, was waiting for NAMM streams all weekend. None. Why? Well, generally you're lucky if you can send a text in and out of NAMM, let alone get the bandwidth to live stream out of there. I was able to live stream from NAMM once, and that was literally Thursday morning of 2019. And it was literally because you were seeing people filing in more and more by the hour. So I took the opportunity, and I was only live for like 10 minutes, and even then it was starting to go. So what's up, Mr. Pedals himself, LPD Pedals?
I'll tell you what.
Doug Strong is here.
We'll get you in touch. You need to have Perfecto on as a guest. That's what you need.
Okay.
RJ can make that happen.
I'm sure we can make that.
Me and him are Instagram.
It's been nice to be in the chats.
We're Instagram friends.
Yeah.
RJ's actually a friend. So maybe RJ can make that happen. Because Perfecto.
Excuse me.
Subscribe to Perfecto's channel. Go do so. Because he is.
I want to congratulate Lawrence on his run and release of the 55, the largest release to date, Aaron. Initial release to date.
1 million pedals. Great job, brother. It's a lot to sell in a short amount of time, but you could do it.
Yep.
No, it sounds fantastic.
RJ says I'll have my people call perfs people.
That's what I expected. Nothing short of that. Nothing
Nice.
less than that. Also got to meet what a sweet guy. I met and nerded out with Rhett's bass player, Phil Conrad.
Yep.
He's a big fantasy geek like I am. He has a tattoo of the ship from the Silmarillion on his arm. So we were sitting there going over nerdy tattoos and talking about that type of stuff, and super sweet guy. Yeah, everyone was fantastic. So I'm
Nice.
just excited. I think that the next one in April is gonna be awesome.
Robot says Perfect has a rare 70s era Fender Tele Deluxe with original wide range pickups. I'd like to see more of that unicorn if Perfecto comes on, Ben. Well,
There you go.
I'm sure Teles will come up in conversation. They usually do.
Look, I got one as well. Laz bought his Freeman down and thinks he's taking it home with him. He's having a laugh, isn't he? It's sick.
Love it.
Yeah, she's pretty.
This is me
Very
and
cool.
me and JJ just I did what Aaron does, and I ate 4 pieces of pizza a day every day.
Yeah. And I heard JJ, Aaron showed you the easy way to get in and out of the convention center through the Hilton, where you bypass security and everything else.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not going to see where it
Now
is
you
on
know
there.
about the pizza.
Yeah, well, I know about the pizza. Now I'm missing the pizza. It really was good pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the last time we were at we had discovered that food court waiting for you one night when you were at some party somewhere, JJ. We discovered that food court. And we're like, holy crap! There's a whole bunch of cheap food here and no lineups.
Man,
Hey, Rob.
I didn't see anyone sneezing and coughing, and on day 3 we feel great, don't we?
Yeah, solid.
Touch wood or whatever,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
I mean,
So, any new guitars out that you saw that caught your eye?
yeah, I mean,
Well, he was all over it, wasn't he?
yeah. I mean, that's my MO. Went and met Doug Cower, who I've talked to Doug for years and years, and had a Titan built by him, a KR1. But finally, him and I hooked up and got to it's in Drefty, obviously, because that's what I do.
Because that's how he rolls.
That's all I wrote, yeah. So I finally got to hang out with Doug Cower. He's a sweetheart of a man. So you got to see the Cower guitars.
Oh, they're beautiful.
I took you by Diego Villa Customs. Those are great. The iconic off shapes are good. Kind of starting to rip off the Novos, but they're still really nice guitars. What was that freaking crazy guitar company that's over by the Stompbox exhibit and over next to Reverend?
Why were they crazy?
They're like the crazy off shape and the bright sparkly ones. What were they called? I can't remember what those were called. I'd never seen those before, but those were really nice. Reverend obviously hung out and talked to Ken. A lot. Now the debate is.
Thanks, Laz. What up, brother? What up, Johnny?
I was gonna be buying a double agent soon, and now the debate is: do I get a double agent or do I get the 25th anniversary?
Well, this is what I was going to ask: is what was new in the Reverend booth?
They did 20.
Dude, that
20,
one guitar was
20,
sick.
25th anniversary. No, but I mean, if you've ever seen a Sensei, it's a Sensei Junior, completely silver metallic flake with a 1P90. You know.
Oh yeah.
They did 3 guitars and a bass that are in that same finish. They did the Sensei, they did a 6-gun HPP, the Mercalli 4 bass, and
Try to find it. It was
I think
sick.
that's it,
I really like that one.
yeah, those were glorious. What else was just super cool? I mean,
JJ, did you see the new Satriani Ibanez, the gold?
Oh, dude. Oh, okay. Yeah. See, sorry, guys. I'm a little bit phased today. Last night was a bit hardcore. Yeah, I went.
JJ was on 12 last night.
That's
folks.
the new nickname for JJ. On a scale from 1 to 10, he was
Okay.
a 12.
We're going to get to the
Cream guitar. That's it.
Okay, here we go. Favorite guitar of the show for me.
Cream guitar.
Cool. The cream guitars were cool. Terrible fucking name. Immediately made me think, but JJ's been loving the 35th anniversary proto.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, he loves that.
Yeah,
That's his babe.
dude, that thing. It's not really popping like it does there, obviously, but holy moly's.
Nice.
Got the green vine inlays way, which is my favorite, and the pier don't stick out so much, which kind of bugged me. But and they had this one as well, which was Sonic Blue.
That's the one I liked.
Yeah, it's going to come up as white, but
Right.
that was sick. Yeah, and then they had the gold Satriani right next to it.
I just can't do the
Oh, and this guy as well was there.
what?
The Hydra.
Oh yeah, it was there. That was insanity.
Come on.
But then again, watching him play that thing in that video was insanity. So
Yeah,
I
that
expected
thing.
nothing less. Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing was bonkers, man.
Absolute bonkers.
Yeah. So that was my highlight. I mean, I love seeing it. That Ibanez, I mean, that's my
And JJ,
dream guitar. They only wanted $4.5 grand for it as well. It's like
$4,666.
what? So like $5,000 with tax. You having a laugh?
So
That's a lot of guitar.
I don't know why I can't play Wizard next.
Fruitcake Tony asks, JJ and Aaron, either of you bring back a guitar? Yes, the Chapman that Aaron was showing off.
Yeah, she's a beaut. It was funny because that's the one when I was showing JJ online the new models. He saw the orange sparkle and he goes, "Oh, I'd fucking like that guitar." So then when Chapter gave it to me, he goes, "Oh, fuck you, that's my guitar." No, it's not. He's like, "You're gonna leave that, right? You're not gonna take that back to Chicago." And I'm like, "Of course I am. I'm gonna keep playing it like my other one."
That thing's sick, man.
Yeah.
We saw this one company, Viper Guitars. Was it Viper?
Yeah, that's the one you went over to with your manager.
Yeah, he's I guess they're talking about hooking me up with something. So, and they've got all these like metallic green guitars. So I'm like,
Nice.
So that was pretty cool. Yeah,
Nice.
Viper Guitars out of Chicago.
Are they?
Yeah.
Shit. I was talking to Trey, so I didn't actually like look at the guitar.
Right, yeah, they're out of Chicago. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. They played real nice. One of them had like a scallop neck, but it was almost not scalloped. It was about as shallow a scallop you could get, and man, that played freaking nice, dude.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So that was cool.
Any pedals stuck out at you, Aaron? Some new pedals? I know you're all about the pedals, so
yeah, there's a bunch of non-guitar stuff that's awesome. The Blue Guitar Amp X is pretty freaking rad. Like as far as the whole compact amp, that thing's rad. The V4 Victory pedals are awesome. You were
I was
on
playing
the
in the cans. Yeah, they were sick. I played the Kraken. I played another one.
Did you play what color was it? I can tell you.
Gold.
Oh, you played the Sheriff.
Yes.
Yeah. That thing's awesome.
Yeah, that was
Marshall.
sick too. Yeah, they were good.
Yeah, anything Victory's awesome.
Yeah, the one pedal that blew my mind. I'm like, who were we watching play? And all those tones were coming out.
Oh, it was an Eventide though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the Eventide. I'm like, damn, listen to that's fucking badass. So, like delay and reverb just.
So Tom Quayle was over at the Humboldt booth, and they do a lot of like analog cab sims and stuff like that. Right. And they've got some drive pedals and stuff. But then all of a sudden you hear this ambient shit, and he's like, "What is that?" And I'm
like, "That's the freaking badass." And you see all these pedals blinking and glowing. You're thinking it's one of them. And it's no.
I literally said to him, "I go, Humboldt doesn't have any reverb and delay." So I lean forward and I go, "Oh, it's the Eventide H9."
Hey, George,
really good, man.
Blackjack guitar.
Yeah, rock on, Blackjack.
What else ruled? I mean, so much stuff was so good. Like I said, I love the Collision Devices stuff. The Haunted Labs stuff. I mean, that was the first time I played the Old Ruin. That is very rad.
So Chris had some stuff there.
Yeah. The Old Ruin Distortion was excellent. I was supposed to play on that demo, and I didn't play on the demo because they changed the time on it. It was funny as hell.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't want to give a shit, Chris had texted me. He's like, "Hey, you're in California. I need you to play at the Stompbox exhibit like you did last time." So I go over there to do it. When Chris tells me to go over there, and they're like, "Oh no, we had to like cancel all day afternoon things and do them this morning." And I'm like, so I text him. I'm like, "They already did it." He goes, "Who the hell played on it?" I'm like, "Not me." So
yeah, like somebody.
So he's like, "Can you find out?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I found out. I was like, one of the QSAC guys played on it. And he's like, "Oh, okay, good. He's a decent enough guitar player." I was like, "There you go. That works." What else was really cool? I mean, so much stuff. I can go down. Shabbat. Obviously, those guitars are out of this world, and he had a new bass out that looked really nice.
Who was that?
Shabbat.
Was that in that the boutique guitar place?
No, Shabbat was the one. Remember when we're walking towards Reverend in that first row to the right, up against the wall where like the cafeteria food is and shit.
Yeah. See this.
And you said how much would something like that cost to be in that booth? And I said, he's in California, so probably cheaper.
See, like your main name brands that you'd normally see there weren't there, So it was like
other than Ibanez, Music
odds
Man.
and ends brands that you really wouldn't know.
I was happy to see.
They don't stand out. He knows them all, but I do. I'm like, dude, and there was
Eastman was
Yeah, I was
there.
gonna say Aaron would be at his element in that place.
Oh, dude,
Oh yeah, because it's all like the more like boutique and home
Yeah.
custom.
the
and-
relaunch of Silvertone guitars were there.
Hey,
That was
Sophie.
cool.
Dude, the
Those
silver
were cool.
tones were
Those were cool.
badass. Yeah, the silver tones.
Now
were sick.
Ben wouldn't like them because they are very Dan Electro-esque, but you and I like Dan Electro.
Yeah, we love 'em.
So it's
Yeah.
like they were badass.
Hey,
Yeah.
I don't mind them as guitars. They just need to cut the price in half.
I think the prices are good, dude. They're like
Why
$400
don't-
and some odd dollars.
Those ones
The
were.
Dan Electros
Oh
are.
wow.
He's always bitching about prices. I'm like, dude, they're like $500.
Yeah. That's they were
They
really
shouldn't
nice
be
to
more
play
than
the neck
3
stuff, right?
new US.
See, listen to this guy. That's what I'm talking about. He thinks it should be $300. I'm like,
Why is he
God,
tripping?
that's what I said every time.
They're made out of particle board.
They're excellent guitars.
They're not excellent guitars.
They are.
They are not excellent
If not-
guitars.
RJ, if you're still here, stand up for frickin' Dan Electro.
A Novo is an excellent guitar. A Shabbat
that's
is
an-
an
that's
excellent
an
guitar. A Dane
unbelievable-
Electro is a guitar.
There's excellent. All guitars nowadays are excellent. There's no such thing as like a shitty guitar
Yeah,
anymore.
Vola were there, weren't they?
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
there.
Vola were there. I remember seeing Vola.
Rev had a big old booth again. so
Yeah,
that was
Rev
cool.
had a massive booth. I'm like,
Yeah,
damn, they.
yeah.
First time I saw them, they were in a tiny little store with that.
Yeah.
Remember Ben? Well, you
Yep.
weren't with me on that one. They had a little, like a vocal booth with a amp in it, and it was like.
Yeah,
tiny
well,
booth.
even from 2019 to 2020, they like doubled their booth size. I noticed.
Yeah, well now they tripled it. Even in this NAMM, it was like a
Mhm.
whole corner
The
section. wasn't it?
Abasi stuff was really cool. I mean, I don't do
They
the
actually
fan
did look
fret
pretty sick.
multi-scale, but they look really cool. If I was into that, those were cool.
I like his vibe. That dude.
Oh, I love Toast.
How come everyone gives him a hard time on social media and that? Because he
'Cause
seems
social
so
media is-
freaking chill, man. You
Social-
couldn't get more chill than him.
Social media is like the enema of
Yeah,
keyboard
just such a
warriors.
joke,
I
man.
mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His guitars look
oh,
badass,
they look
dude.
bad. Yeah. What? God, so much cool shit that we could recount. Let's go over. I'm thinking booth by booth by booth. There's so many.
Did you
Fuck,
find
I was
any
all over the
cool
place.
delay pedals that I'd like?
Oh God, there's so many good delay pedals that you like. There was
The pedal section was weird because it was literally one area. Like
the Soundbox exhibit.
everyone shared it. Even Keeley was there.
Yeah.
Everyone was in there, and even
Except
getting
for Walrus. Walrus had a
even
big
getting
booth.
near it was crazy because it was like 4 or
It
5
was
people
always packed.
deep
Always packed.
with just freaking heads, and it's like
Right.
you couldn't get there.
Walrus had a really nice booth, and they had the brand new Lore pedal out, and that sounds really cool.
I'm also. I guess pedals are still pretty kicking off right
yeah,
now.
he says to me, he goes, "So I guess pedals are still doing pretty good, huh?" I'm like, "They're bigger than ever, bro."
Yeah, I mean, all the other booths, kind of people milling around. The pedal booth was just like a massive ants around it. So it's like, I guess that's still
Yeah.
kicking off.
Well, yeah, because it would be so condensed, whereas normally those are spread out where
Well, you know,
like,
I mean, there was
pedal
big-
builders will have their pedals in a guitar booth, just like
yeah.
Zach from Mythos did that when he had his pedals at the Revolta booth. He didn't have a Mythos display per se.
Redbox had something new that was cool.
What's up, Dan?
Yeah, Stephen Holt, the Music Man stuff was sick. They're what's the lower level range of the
The
music?
Sterling stuff.
The Sterling stuff. I
Nice.
didn't realize it was Sterling. Two
Really
or three of the
nice.
guitars I'm
Really
playing
nice.
them,
Really nice.
and
Yeah.
they were the Sterlings. The necks felt incredible.
Yeah. I was impressed with the vintage stuff. You know,
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
lower range, but it's got Trev Wilkinson pickups and hardware and stuff. The vintage stuff is nice. Except the relics. If you're gonna buy a vintage, don't buy the relics because JJ and I were talking about this. Cheap guitars can be really, really good these days. But in order to stay cheap, you don't have somebody sitting there doing the relicing by hand. It's like a fucking painted on template, and it looks like a really from far away it probably looks cool, but when you look at it, you'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, it's like a
Yeah, I remember I first checked out Vintage in 2019, and I was really impressed. I was like, because they were one of those companies. I remember talking to them. I thought you guys could jack up your prices by $100 across the board on everything, or like a couple hundred, because it's something you'd be like, so this is about 900. They're like, no, it's 675. You're like, really?
No, they're cheaper than that. Yeah, I mean, vintage is good. The Fret King stuff was nice.
See you, Mercy.
Laney was fantastic. I love Laney amps, and my boy Jason
Superstar says he owns 7 vintages.
nice job.
He has a vintage collection.
My boy Jason McNamara works for Laney now, and it was great to see him. I love that guy.
Yeah.
I went up to him, and Tom Quayle was over in the booth because Tom has a brand new signature guitar from Ibanez, which was really nice, and then he plays Laney amps. And he was standing there, and I talking to Jason. I go, "Yeah, I won't play a guitar around Tom Quayle." I was like, I won't play around him." It's kind of like 2 years ago when Ariel Posen sat down and I was playing a Novo, and I looked up and I just went and handed it to him. And he's like, no, you can play. I'm like, no, I can't. Nope. But it was like that. So I go.
I get it. I sat down and tried playing slide in front of RJ. I get it.
Oh, that's a terrible decision on your part.
Yeah, but Aaron, I was well into the cold snacks at that time. So
you were into all sorts of snacks, chewy ones, cold snacks, all of them. Yeah. So I said to him, I go, I wonder if Tom Quayle's legato, if he ever lifts his fingers off the strings, if the strings just come to him. So Jason starts laughing. He goes, hold on. He grabs Tom Quayle and interrupts whoever he's talking to. He goes, tell him what you just told me. So I said it to him, and I'm like, yeah, I won't play guitar in front of you. Sorry. Funny as hell. I was like, I'll rock out. I can't really. It looks like I can take a nap.
Oh, he's so good.
He's so good. It's stupid.
Dan wants to see that Chapman again.
Oh, sure.
If possible. Okay.
Right?
Yeah. It really is nice.
I really like that style neck joint too.
Great frets, man.
That's what they're known for on both ranges, the Indonesian and the Korean, is rolled frets. Their fret edges are unbelievable. You can hold it, man.
I'm not gonna freaking
Trust me, I'm gonna be holding it for the rest of my goddamn life.
It's sick. It's got that they don't stain it, are they baked?
Baked maple.
It's baked, but it's not, when they're kind of like
and then they do satin on
too
the back.
dark.
Lightly roasted. Like don't make it look like charcoal, right? Like just lightly.
Yeah, it looks like it's soaked in something. Man.
I mean,
this is
for the absolute nerds out there, I can run this down. It's baked maple, neck and fretboard, stainless steel frets, lumen laid glow in the dark side dots, Graph-Tex tusk nut. It's got hip shot open gear locking tuners on it. I mean, it's top of the fucking line, and it's got Seymour Duncan P90s in it.
But they ain't cheap.
No, I mean, they're not expensive though. You and I were talking. I think they're about $1,200. Like I said, if this same guitar was made by Fender, you'd be paying 3 fucking times that.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that. So yeah.
Well, it would be what Mexican Ventura coming in at about the same price.
They don't have glow in the dark side dots.
No, they don't do the glow in the dark or the stainless though. So 1,500 it would be, because it would be that.
Or the roasted maple. You wouldn't have.
It'd been under $1,000 pre-COVID, which should have been nice.
Oh yeah, but
pre-COVID it'd been under $1,000. I guess that's all freaking done, isn't it?
Pre-COVID, these were exactly $1,000 or $999.
Yeah, everything was way more. A friend of mine, he was looking at the new Eventide interface. I guess it's like $7,000, and it's gone up. It was.
What did he say? It went
up $3,000.
Went up from 4 to 7 or something like that. Oh, you know who had an unbelievable killer booth? The two booths that absolutely were fucking amazing. Yamaha's upstairs.
That was
the
insane.
new Rev Stars are really cool. I was wondering if I love the old ones would be cool, but the new Rev Stars are great. But then, oh my God, was that LTD booth out of this world?
They usually are.
But
they usually have a huge booth.
That, like, me and SPJ were taking pictures just of the tops.
Hey,
like, this was they had the tops this year. Oh my God. And they had this unbelievable, I don't know if you saw it. It was up in the upper left-hand corner on one of the walls. It was like their single humbucker Strat, and it was a black basswood body, and you could see all the.
I didn't see that one.
Oh my God.
Beautiful.
Oh, it was unbelievable. Or not basswood, ash.
Right.
Swamp ash body. It was swamp ash, and you could see all of the like grain, and it was black, and it was just.
Yeah, they said Fender wouldn't be there and Gibson wouldn't be there. So Fender wouldn't be there. That's EVA Chauvet. You'd think there might be a speck of something, but absolutely.
There was Gretsch had a presence at one of the distributors.
Gretsch had a couple of guitars that I saw that were out. The pickup guys didn't make it. Like, they still had their booths. Like, you could tell they paid for it, but they didn't come. So, like, TV Jones, normally in that middle spot, they had the thing that said TV Jones, but then there was nothing there.
Yeah, because they're right next to one of the bars there along the back.
Yep, you got it. Yep. Chappers
let us I know we're there.
Yeah. Chappers let us know that Orange Amps were supposed to be there, but they had problems shipping their shit over. The shit wasn't going to get here.
They usually have a huge display.
Yep. So they didn't get to come, and they were supposed to be. Like, I sat down and hung out with Charlie. He grabbed a drink. Me, Chappers, Charlie from Orange, Dan, who's the new marketing guy at Chapman Guitars. Lovely guy.
Dan was.
We got on with him like a house on fire. Like he worked for Ernie Ball in the UK, and then about 6 months ago he became the new marketing guy for Chapman. So the four of us went and got a drink, and yeah, I mean, it was just great people. I mean, this was nice because it was bigger than Summer NAMM, not as big as Winter normally is. It was like somewhere squarely in the middle between the two.
Right. Yeah, because Summer NAMM, like, you can see everything in 2 or 3 hours, right? And that's taking your time. That, you could rush through everything in an hour if you wanted to. But yeah, again, Winter NAMM, there was stuff like you could leave after 3 days and go, oh crap, I totally forgot to hit this booth, and it's some major, let's say PRS or something like well, I've never been in the PRS booth at Winter NAMM. I know they weren't there this year, but like I know they have a room upstairs. I've never bothered going to because I'm not a PRS guy,
Yeah,
but
me neither. I'll tell you what, this size was at a comfortable pace. You saw everything over the 3 days.
It was so chill, man.
It was great.
So chill. No ears bleeding. It was. Oh,
we still have
the
our
drum
voices.
area was
we
still
still have
tight.
our voices, and this is with us going. The bars. I mean, dude, it was happening though. 6 o'clock until 9 o'clock. The bars, 100 people.
Awesome bands.
It was great.
Yeah, met some awesome people, man. Right in the OG spot.
Larry Mitchell played last night at midnight at the Marriott.
I saw that. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, Garguts was there. Alex was there.
Nice.
Garguts was fire as normal.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. What's up, JJ? Yeah, so killer seeing everyone.
I was. You want to talk about fortuitous? So obviously, I hung out with my baby Perry and the Premier Guitar Boys, him and Chris Keys. But I was wanting to meet Adam from Hot Pole Studios because our dear friend Mike had told me like, you guys will come.
Hey, Mike, by the way, because Mike's going to watch the replay in the morning. He said,
"Big love, Mike." We had a big shot for Mike, didn't we?
Yeah, posted that on.
Yeah.
I miss that guy so much. He's the sweetest human in the world. If you're not subscribed to CGS by some chance, do that because you're stupid without not.
Hey, Terry, can you throw a link to China Mike's channel in the chat? Just because it's been a minute since we've done that.
So anyways,
definitely check it out. He puts out videos throughout the week and as well goes live every Sunday. I'll say afternoon for me.
12 o'clock Central.
1:30 Eastern.
12:30 Central.
What's up, Doug? Doug survived the Steve Miller Band.
Nice job.
Yep.
But anyways, I wanted to meet Adam really bad because Mike had told me like you guys will get on like a house on fire was how he put it. So I was messaging him and we kept saying like, yeah, we're gonna get together. But then he went out with Warren Hewitt Saturday, so he was like gone, got dragged around everywhere. And then he's like, hit me up when you get there today. Well, I messaged him and he was getting dragged around and I was getting dragged around. And then me and JJ were like, all right, it's time to go. It was like, well, I'll have to meet him another time. JJ and I step into the bathroom and who's washing his hands? Adam from Hot Pole. So then I'm like, dude. And he looks at the badge and he's like, hey. And I'm like, I didn't even know if you were here. And he's like, yeah. He's like, I've been getting dragged around. I was like, well, this is awkward. Let's go out here and talk. So we went out and
thanks, Terry,
for 15, 20 minutes. But that's another guy beyond talented. And he knows cameras. He knows audio. He can sing.
It is awkward when you meet somebody in the washroom.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you're like, hey, let's, yeah.
Anybody looking for a new YouTube channel, if you don't know Hop, H-O-P, Pole, P-O-L-E, Studios, check that out. Because like I said, he does everything. He does the recording side of things. He does, he's big into the technology and the interfaces and stuff like that. But then he also plays guitar, plays bass, sings, recreates songs all himself. He does everything. So check him out.
We got 72 people watching. If you haven't already, please leave a thumbs up. Helps algorithms and such. And if you do, please subscribe and ring that bell. Get notified whenever we're going live.
Yeah, I'll have a Bud Light. Sure. Thanks.
But no, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, that's right. Adam is the Reaper Master.
Correct.
Oh,
thank you, sir. Well, hey, let's crack this and get a cheers on camera. Ready?
Yeah, man. Got to open it first, didn't you?
Yeah, you do. You do need to do that. To everyone out there, to our dear brother Ben.
Yeah, love you, Ben. Missed you. Thank you.
Cheers.
Love you guys.
Cheers, everyone.
I got to experience parts of it, and Aaron and I were FaceTiming throughout the week for various
and
times.
last night you got to experience like an hour and 18 minutes of the
Yeah, Aaron's like, so do you miss being here? I'm like, not right now, because you know me, Jay. Like I say, like I'm like Aaron. When I need to leave, I want to leave.
When you hit the wall, you hit the wall. And I hit that wall, and I spent about an hour and 18 minutes going, JJ, what the fuck?
Well, I was fine, man. If there was any fucking 90s grunger that looked anything like me, I was shoving flyers down their throat for my gig. So I was like,
my favorite was when Ben, you remember when like he was talking to that one guy and I go, how many times can I kick him before he realizes I'm kicking him? I kept like, I turned the camera around so you'd see JJ's butt because he squatted down and I'd like show my foot and then I'd kick him. Then I'd go up. Nope. Didn't pay attention. Back down. Kick him. Nope. I think it was like the fourth or fifth kick, and he turns. He's like, "Brother!" I'm like, "Oh Jesus Christ!" I just kicked him 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, it was a fun night, man.
Yeah,
or the fact, Aaron, that I had to, when you couldn't find JJ, I had to tell you where to go to find him, and I was like, "Yep, he's exactly where I figured he'd be."
Yeah. So when I couldn't find,
You're like, how did you know that?
Well, I had checked everywhere of the normal places, and then he goes, "Did you try the big show across the street?" And I go, "Why the fuck would he be over there? It's R&B." And he goes, check across the street. So he came with me, and I looked through this massive sea.
And then, sure enough, there's JJ out dancing like he's at fucking Woodstock.
And I go, you got to be shitting me.
Front and center.
Yeah, and then I find out later that JJ was trying to mosh somebody.
No, I wasn't moshing. I was chill. I was dancing. I had some freak in front of me with his freaking camera right in front of me, filming the whole thing, which is cool. But, dude, if I just touched him, he'd just freak out. I mean, freak out. And I eventually, I've said, dude, you're in the wrong place, mate. I said, you're front and center here. I said, go off to the side somewhere and film your freaking show. And in the end, he shoved me twice in the chest. He came up to about my shoulders. And he was like,
oh, I saw him. I saw him. That was the funny part.
He shoved me twice in the chest. I'm like, dude, I'm out of here, mate. Whatever.
Well, that was funny. After you had realized that I was on Aaron's phone for like the second or third time, you're like, brother, I almost got in a fight. And I'm like, yeah, I saw the whole thing.
I would never almost get in a fight unless the guy actually clocked me. Then it would be, I just, it'd be on. But no, I actually could have then. Because the worry with America is, I mean, you do anything like that, you're the one. If you punch someone, you're off. But he actually shoved me twice in my chest. But I think if the cops had come over and they saw that he only came up to like here, they'd have been like, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm out of here. But
What's up,
no, mate, it was awesome though.
Great time. Unbelievable time.
It was awesome, man.
Yeah, Herbie brings out the
Callahan was there, Rock on Sherman, me and Sherman. Sherman's crazy like me, man. Dude, we were all
one of these girls we made friends with, her name's Stacey James, and her and I were videotaping simultaneously because she's friends with Sherman.
Which was bizarre.
Yeah.
We had no clue until the second day when they're like, oh, you know.
So her and I are videotaping, and we're counting the number of times that drunk JJ and drunk Sherman touch each other.
Not like that. Fucking chill out.
So like, they're like,
no, but I saw the video. Yeah. I've seen the video.
Talking all animated, and then all of a sudden it's like, hug, 1. Then all of a sudden, step back,
hey,
high 5, 2.
Any of you in the chat, it'd be the fucking same. You know, how long have we all known each other now?
No,
you know
it was
I mean?
Great. That's what I'm saying. It was exactly what I
thought
it would be. And then
I was so psyched to see him.
And when you both turned around and realized you were being filmed, then JJ starts going, fuck yeah, fuck yeah.
Well, fuck yeah. Brilliant times.
Oh, and
yeah. And Aaron looking at me all perplexed. He's off, like he's waiting to leave, and he's like, he looks at me on FaceTime, and he's like, "Have you ever seen JJ like this before?" And I was like, "Yes."
You go, well, your exact words to me were, you go, "This is your first time."
Well, I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, a silly statement saying I don't drink, but generally I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I even crack one out. If I'm drinking, it's
man.
It's to
Mini
party.
shirt?
You know what I mean? It's the freaking party, and outside of that, I don't. I like to smoke my weed. That's it. I don't.
I already
drink.
used this
No,
line
no.
on Ben, but I'm going to use it on Dylan. I know it's talking about a humbucker, but I'm going to make it a
Rock on, Dylan, man. Love to Flipside Music for sending us to NAMM 2022.
Gracias, you sexy sons of bitches.
And you said look for anything exciting, and we kind of, you know,
there's tons of it.
yeah.
While I think of it, I'm going to mention 1 week from tonight.
I've got the business info, and I know the owner. They need to contact Collision Devices. That's what they need to carry. The black hole symmetry. That pedal is unreal.
There you go, Dylan.
Rock on, Travis.
And 1 week from tonight, I'm going to have Guitar Man 45 on.
Oh, nice.
It's going to be awesome.
As strange as it is, on the Tom Bukovac rig rundown, he actually picks up the black hole symmetry, and he's like, this pedal's insane.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not a pedal I would have associated with him. And like I said, I grabbed Perfecto, and he said the same thing. He's like, I feel like, and I go, tell me if there was sound in space and you were floating away towards the sun to die. That's not what it would sound like. It's fuzz, one knob fuzz, reverb, and delay in the same unit. And it's in a crazy order, too. I want to say, you would think like fuzz, delay, reverb on a pedal board. I want to say in that it's like reverb, fuzz, delay for the order. It's insane. That pedal rules.
Nice.
And JJ said all of the funniest lines that ever existed in
Stop
mankind.
picking on me.
No, dude, they're great. I'm not saying them bad. The best line ever. We get in Laz's car.
Yeah.
And he says, without stopping, it was like one fluid sentence answering.
And I said to you, Aaron, my reply, before Aaron says this, my reply to Aaron was, I would have said the exact same thing, the exact same way, JJ.
It was
just so you know.
He literally says, he goes, hey, Laz, has anyone ever smoked in your car? Because they're fucking about to. Oh, shit. I almost went off this fucking stool. Oh, my God. I laughed so hard. I was crying. And then I remember Laz was trying to go live, and Bohemian Rhapsody came on, and Laz is like, oh, we should sing Bohemian Rhapsody as it's going live. And he goes, not going to fucking do that, but I'll sing some Pantera. And then all of a sudden he leans forward and he's like, 5 minutes ago. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good ride home.
Hey, Garguts.
Garguts. I swear 5 seconds ago, it was going to be a big shout out to Garguts, who got in the fucking Tosin Abassi booth and fucking kicked in a freaking high speed and just fucking shredded the fuck out of it in front of Tosin.
Yeah, what was cool, Tosin had his board
there.
Yeah,
Tosin's like, fuck, that was heavy. How badass, hey? Cool. Yeah, Garguts, you legend. Miss you, buddy. We're already back, so next time, brother.
Yeah, no, I mean.
But that was awesome.
And where did you? Oh, we stopped at Carl's Jr. on the way home, right?
I remembered that this morning because I'm like, damn, I'm starving. I haven't eaten. You know, since God knows when. And I'm like, oh, yeah, we did. We had Carl's Jr. last night, but I had no recollection.
I wasn't hungry. So
I had no recollection of that.
Another funny part. I'm like, I'm not that hungry. Just give me a large fry. So the large fry comes into the back. I eat one. I turn to JJ. I go, hey, you want a fry?
I'm just like,
fucking takes the whole thing and starts. I'm like, those are mine, asshole.
I didn't. Well, he passed me them in a very open way.
No,
It was
I tilted them.
It was a help yourself kind of pass.
It was like
it
this.
wasn't have a fry. It was
then
like,
it was literally
help
this.
yourself. You look starving.
This is the fry container. This is the fry container. I went, want one? Yoink. I'm like,
I get it. I get it. You know, there was that time you ordered pizza in Nashville, Aaron. I'm like, yeah, I could eat a slice or two and half a pizza later.
I was like, you ate a half a pizza. I remember that.
You're like, come on, you could eat. I'm like, yeah, maybe.
What was even better was as we're in the drive-thru, you got out, ran that way, and took a leak somewhere.
And then, I did at Carl's Jr., didn't I? God, I was dying to go,
we're
mate.
Like going to go around the building, like
symmetry.
As we're like getting
it up, brother.
As he's like getting the food in the pan, the back door opens and JJ jumps back in. It's like, wow.
Yeah, I was like, I hope there ain't cameras on me. You can't do that around here.
I don't think you can do that around anywhere.
You can't do that anywhere. But when you need to pee in England, you can. You need to pee. What are you meant to freaking do?
could do it in Nashville on the side of the bars. They don't care.
Yeah.
You did.
Hey, Radford, young Mr. Radford.
Yeah, brother, we miss you. Sorry we didn't get to say goodbye, but man, that was a hell of a hang. We did do the Mari's dinner. That was badass.
Starman 45 is right. Now we know to get.
Well, and Aaron, to clarify, I did the double. I was puking and pissing at the same time.
I know. I wasn't gonna tell everyone, but I think we've already told everyone before. So whatever.
Because I did Broadway the right way, apparently.
It happens.
That's why I don't day drink.
Yeah, I mean, I hold my shit together, but then again, when I drink, it ends up being day drinking because I'm a parent. There is no such thing as like late nights.
Yeah. Aaron doesn't really do nighttime. If he's doing nighttime, he's getting paid to gig. That's about it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we come back from NAMM, he'd be asleep in like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm like Ben. Ben said it. He's like, when you hit your wall, you hit your wall.
When this guy, it's time for night, he's out.
Yeah, I gotta go. Dog.
You got to turn the light off and everything for him.
Yeah, well, I tell you, I'm like, you can leave the light on. I'm gonna crash. It don't matter. JJ steps over. I hear him step over. I lift my head. He clicks off the light. I go, fine.
Doug says, so you are the one that forgets and pukes when he drinks? Well, I puked at the Speedway on multiple occasions.
And in typical Aaron fashion, I, walk around in my boxers.
Yeah,
boxer briefs.
there's that.
But all my boxer briefs have those cool skull and crossbones on them now.
Why are you pointing at me?
Because I told you. Remember, I said, "Look, dude, all my boxers have skull and crossbones."
Yeah,
I said, "You can get them on Amazon."
Whereas I'd be rocking the
shorts.
Well, what I'm wearing now, basketball shorts.
Then you leave the basketball shorts at my house, and I use them.
Right. I left you the silver ones, didn't I?
Yeah,
I was looking for them the other day. I'm like, where are my silver? I'm like, oh, right, Aaron has them. Dang it.
Yeah. At Keith Campbell, you can't at JJ or at Aaron. Who knows how they are logged in? Oh,
you're not logged in to the chat.
Yeah, we could read this better.
What's up, Gonfall?
Did Keith Campbell say something? Hold on, let me scroll back. I'm sorry, Keith, if we missed it. We missed something. Hello. Keith Campbell was Mari's Delicious or what?
What did I have?
I didn't go because I just ate all that pizza.
I was going to say one trip was enough for me to that place.
It's always the same at restaurants. Because there's like small, kind of small, extra small, or medium small. It's like, well, which one do you freaking pick? There's like 10 options here. So I'm like, how much? They end up giving me like the medium.
Now, granted, I was dying.
Dude, the medium was freaking huge. I'm like, what am I meant to do with that? But we all shared it, but it was badass.
I was gonna say
it wasn't the same with the full crew. With Crazy Man Cooter, he wasn't there, so we sent him some love because last time was freaking mayhem. But it was still cool. Yeah.
Who just said they made mac and cheese pizza? I was feeling the upper Midwest, so I made mac and cheese pizza.
Hey, Mickey.
Cheese pizza for supper. Robot Master Switch. Well done.
Oh, and Dan, aka Basement Guitar Superstar, is asking, Aaron, when does the new album come out? Well, he said record. I say album.
I have one more song to track the vocals on, which I won't do this Tuesday because I'm not getting. I get back tomorrow at 6, and I got to work Tuesday, and I'm not going to go sing after that. So I'll finish the vocals the following Tuesday. Give Eddie a month to mix. Give the mastering.
Yeah, we'll see. Thanks for tuning in, buddy.
So I got to do some quick thinking on a calendar. If it's not, what's today? Today's the 5th. So Tuesday's going to be the 7th. I'll finish the vocals on the 14th. Give Eddie roughly a month with revisions and stuff on mixing. That'll be the middle of
mid-July.
And then by the time mastering's sent off and then returned to us, it'll probably be towards the end of July. So start of August, it should be out somewhere around there.
Rock on, Mickey Settlemeyer. Good to see you, brother.
Hey, Greg. 75 folks in here.
Awesome.
Yeah, good crowd.
Happy NAMM Sunday, baby.
Yeah. And if you've heard anything about NAMM that you want to talk about, shout it out in the chat because that's the way it kind of works. Is it, JJ and Eric, and it's like someone will say, "Hey, what about this booth?" You're like, "Oh yeah," because it'll just jog the memory.
And there is so much stuff there that.
Well, here's the fucking problem. It's Sunday. We literally just got back like
45 minutes ago.
Before, and my brain is so overloaded with it. You got it almost like reassess what just happened in the last 3 days. You know what I mean? Because it's just freaking. There's been so many different things going on. But yeah, man, far away questions, man. I mean, hey, no picks. You know, the man of a million picks after NAMM here. I'd come back with bags of them, greedy bastard. But no picks anywhere. It was all very minimal, like stuff.
Yeah, no
like
picks.
that.
What's up with that?
Which was it. That's the only free thing I saw. The Yamaha patch.
Oh no, I got the Rev pin too.
I didn't see
Reverend pin. The Reverend pin. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And Chapman were giving away guitars as well. That was the only other thing. That was
jealous much?
Dude, well,
hey, your boy. Tell the story about your boy. Tell the story about your boy.
I'd be more jealous if it was green.
I know you would.
Right.
But tell the story about your boy that got the guitar.
Hey, Ripley.
Yeah.
This is a very heart-touching story.
My friend Brandon, who's more of an acquaintance, he has
cerebral palsy.
Cerebral palsy from birth. And like full on, you know, I'm not going to fricking, you know, but he's cerebral palsy and but badass guitar player. His hands work, I guess, you know what I mean? So he can shred like a motherfucker. And
big fan of Rob, but he's nervous.
Big fans of Rob, very nervous guy. He comes up behind me, goes, man, I've been watching Rob for years. He goes, he's one of my idols. He goes, maybe I can, you know, do you think I can say hi? I'm like, freaking Rob, come here real quick. And Rob comes over. I said, this is my friend Brandon. I said, he'd love to like kind of, you know, talk to you. And so Rob just and they go off for like
10 minutes, 15
more
minutes.
than that. It was more than that. Talked and talked, the hugging, the talking, the hugging. It was just incredible because he's got a very emotional story. And right at the end, he goes, okay, bro. He goes, I got something for you. He's all, Dan, come here real quick. Boom, takes the prototype ML2 prototype ML2, brand new.
The one that Chapman didn't
even Rob's personal one.
He didn't even get to touch it for the first time
and
until
go, bro,
NAMM.
that's for you. Play it well. Sell it. Whatever you want to do with it, but that is yours. Nothing but love.
You videotaped that, didn't you?
Yeah, I've got it all. I ain't gonna fucking post it.
But that was heartwarming.
That was heartwarming. Brandon was fucking and then it's all find him a case, you know.
Dude, the look on his face.
Brandon hadn't, you know, it went from 0 to fucking 1,000 for him. It was wonderful. I can't remember the movie. There's a movie about him on Amazon. I'll send it to you, Ben, and if you can, maybe post it one day. You know what I mean? Share the link.
Yep.
So his story, all about his journey with music, guitar, being born with cerebral palsy. Oh,
yeah.
What's
up, Adam B? Ripley was asking, Aaron, I know you're a fan of the brand, Court. Did you see anything around Court?
I don't remember Court being there. Godin was there, and they had a really nice booth, both electric and acoustic.
As they would.
Yeah,
they'd have the new Jerry Gian probably there. The Honeymoon Suite, like looks like Kramer with the tire tread.
Oh yeah, that was there. I didn't know that's what it was called, but yeah, that was there.
Yeah, that's Jerry Gian's guitar from Honeymoon Suite.
Yeah,
Limited edition, folks.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. I mean, I would assume Court is there.
Text me back.
The beautiful Dana is home.
Me?
Hello, love.
Hello.
We are live.
Yes, I did.
When?
Everyone's back. What's up, dude?
Hey, Dale. Yeah, Aaron just mentioned that Godin was there, which is nice.
Martin was there. Taylor was there. So, like I said, there was a lot of fucking big brands still there. Like I said, Martin, Taylor, Rev, Music Man, Ibanez, Rickenbacker. I mean, it wasn't. One of the things I hate about the internet is everyone loves to pile onto a narrative. So it's like if somebody's like, "Oh, it's going to be so terrible and nobody's going to go," and then I go and I'm like, "You're sadly mistaken." Like I said, it was 60. I'd say 60% of the brands were there, and you know, JJ doesn't check the pedals as much as I do, but there was a massive stomp box exhibit, like probably twice as big as it was last time. And then Walrus had a booth. Crazy Tube Circuits had a booth. Humboldt.
You mean JHS didn't have a booth?
No, they weren't there.
No, they usually have a big booth.
Yeah,
a big booth with not a lot going on. It's just a lot of white.
Yeah,
just a lot of white. You're walking. You're like, did I walk into the future? And you realize you just walked into JHS area.
In terms of pedal booths that
weird.
are normally there that weren't there, there was no Old Blood Noise Endeavors, no JHS, no. I just had another one on the tip of my tongue. No Chase Bliss. none of those guys were there like on standalone booths. They might have been on boards, like community boards, but in standalone booths, Dreadbox had a standalone booth. Like I said, Humboldt, Crazy Tube Circuits, Walrus. So there were still, a handful of.
I think EHX, were they there? Actually,
I don't remember seeing EHX.
Okay. Greer?
No, all of the Mass Distro stuff wasn't there. So no Alexander, no Greer, no Spaceman, no Ranger. None of them were there. Unless they were on community boards and I just didn't see them. Because like I said, there were so many community boards this year. Like normally you're talking, I don't know, we'll just say normally there's 6 boards. There was 12. Like it was massive. It was double-sided and just, it was huge. Keeley, I know Mr. Black had their own board. Keeley had his own board.
It's nice to see Mr. Black is back.
Yep.
Just in general, because they seemed like they were mothballed for like 3 years there.
Yeah, he's busy doing stuff for other companies a lot of times. But that I got to play that new op amp fuzz that Keeley put out, the Moon Fuzz, I think it's called. And it's really good. The tone control on that is much more usable than your standard op amp Big Muff. So that's a cool pedal.
Let's see. Eric's mentioned a lot of new boutique builders at NAMM. Yep. What did I see? We had mentioned Reverend Guitars earlier. Stephen Holt. Hey, Doug. Santaniello.
Black Star was there. They definitely had like a presence there because they have that new line of amps that are like half the weight of a normal amp. They were busy all the time. Bad Cat was there. So Bad Cat.
Yeah, Jeff Ricklinger was asking if there was any new amps at NAMM.
Oh yeah. Bad Cat was there. There was no G&L. There was no Kiesel. Not that I don't really like Kiesels, but
why Kiesel needs to be there anyways, though, Aaron? Right? If you sell directly to the public, why are you at a trade show?
Well, my guess is because there are just getting
sell the YouTube.
Well, if you get people to see your shit, then they know that it exists and they can buy it from you. But if they never see you, think about it. If you started a business right now, you could sell direct all you want, but if nobody knows you exist, who are you selling to? So
Garguts, not surprised. That's all I'll say about that. Not surprised.
At that point, yeah, no problem, dog. At that point, even if you sell direct, it's more of a marketing thing than it is a dealer thing at that point. You know what I mean? Like you're just
hoping YouTubers cover it and you sell some guitars to people that are walking around.
Exactly. People know that your brand exists. They see what you're making, what you have to offer. They go look for you online. They buy your stuff. JJ said I'll be back in 5, so I'm stealing this chair. I already almost fell off.
Take some back support. I get it. What was I going to mention? What the hell was it? Christopher mentioned, he said the list of people that weren't there was longer than the list that was. Well, not really, because when you look at it from a corporate standpoint, like
not true.
Gibson and FMIC together represent 70% of the market.
Yeah, I got
so. Yeah, you pull out just those two companies, that's 70% of the market.
Yeah, I left.
And that's a whole floor right there.
Yeah, and you're talking about quantity. You're talking about like there were so many of like the small to intermediate builders, so many of them.
Or like you say, like one company like Boutique Amp Distribution, if they don't show up, that's half a dozen amps, half a dozen pedal companies.
Yep.
All
But
that's a whole camp.
It was. I was impressed because I went into it with incredibly low expectations. I thought I was looking at Summer NAMM during the pandemic version 2, and
you know what? If you end up with a Summer NAMM type thing, at least you're going to be in for a good hang.
Yeah, but no, there was plenty to see, plenty to do. It was excellent, and I think NAMM actually did a pretty good job because knowing that you had all this extra space, it's kind of like, how do you move things around? And I think they did a good job. Like I said, normally Yamaha Line 6 is over there in that hotel. It's like, okay,
they're in the Marriott usually.
There's no Fender up here, so we can put you up there. So the top floor ended up being like LTD.
I bet you they got that cheap. They got that cheap. That's why.
I mean,
because that was why they were in the hotel and not in the convention center before because they didn't want to pay.
So they were up there, and I mean,
And they would be they're plugging the new, what is it, about the Catalyst amp that they have out, Line 6 has out.
Yep.
I was checking out one of those last Thursday. You know what? I was looking at it, right? And then, buddy's showing it off to me at the Long McQuaid, and I'm like, yeah, it's one of those, and it does that thing, right? But then he told me the price, and I was like, well, fuck, like it's $300. So I was like, yeah okay.
It's right in line with Boss Katana. That's
like I was like, okay, because he's like, what do you think it costs? I'm like, I don't know, $450. He goes $300. I said, damn, that's okay. Now, because I'm cheap. So if you can come in under what I think it should be,
I also think that your perspective has a lot to do with your exposure to brands already. Like, because I know all the brands, to me, it was much bigger than if you were somebody that was a casual buyer and you were going for a big Gibson, Fender, Charvel.
Or depending on what you're into, right? Like if you're into the Gibson, Fender, PRS, you're going to be highly disappointed. Or you're into the boutique amps, you want to check out the Soldanos and the Friedmans and stuff like, and you can't, and the Morgans, and you can't. I get it, but if you're like, for me, I'll find something. I'll always, especially like the pedal area. I get lost in pedals. Check out new companies.
So Laney was there. Mezzabarba amps were there. Blug was there. Bad Cat was there. Black Volt was there. Excellent amps. I mean, like I said, it was impressive for what my expectations. I had extremely low expectations going in, and it definitely exceeded those.
Well, and that's the thing. And like, let's look at the big two companies. Okay. Or Gibson. We'll start with Gibson. They have the Gibson Garage, so they can do whatever they want promotion-wise there. And you think, okay, for what it would cost for Gibson to rent half of the third floor there, how many media / YouTubers, whatever you want to call it, / pro players, to throw a big bash to launch something, they can fly everybody in and put them up in hotels. Like, and still be cheaper than setting up a NAMM booth and hoping that somebody covers your product.
Well, I imagine that they would have gotten like Premier Guitar to cover their product either way.
Oh yeah,
that's what they normally do. You know what I mean?
Well, and they are.
Donner has been big on YouTube, with their guitars and stuff. They had a presence there.
Now available, which is weird because, again, why would Donner? Because they sell on Amazon.
Again, you do video, you're getting your name out there. They did a Premier Guitar video, I believe. So it's like, now you're online. People know where to go to buy your stuff. They know you exist. My cable company was there again.
What's up, Boner Jams? What's up, Hanson?
Curlin was there. I love Curlin cables, so I was happy to see them. But
yes, expect the Mammoth rig rundown, Mammoth WVH rig rundown coming out soon. There's the legend himself, SPJ, in the house.
There
he is. Mike,
Mr. Sean Pierce Johnson. Me and Sean had an excellent lunch together on Thursday.
Right.
And we rode up together on Friday.
I was like, you were doing it right that way. It was funny because what you were putting out in social media to the casual observer looked like the same thing that Rhett Shull or Mary Spender or, like these big social media personalities, quote unquote, come into town. They're hanging out in studios. They're doing this. They're doing lunches, and I'm just like, there's my boy Aaron. He's doing the same thing in the cool vibe.
The only difference is I'm not selling shit, and I don't have a YouTube channel that I'm trying to get people to go to. Like,
exactly.
I was just hanging out, having fun.
Exactly.
And that food was fire. Like SPJ and I went to this like bar, like a bar tavern brewery type place, and he had never been because he was asking me what do I want to eat, and I said, well, what's good up here? And then when he said he'd never eaten at this place, I go, well, let's pop both our cherries. Let's do it. So we went there.
Whereas I would have just went Mexican. Find me some Mexican because I'm Canadian and you can't cook good Mexican in Canada.
I got myself an unbelievable portobello. I did a portobello mushroom sandwich, and so it was the portobello.
I don't like mushrooms.
I love vegetables. You know me. I'll eat cheese and vegetables and rice.
Well, that's
and noodles
fungus,
can be.
though. That's just not right.
I mean, I
Jimmy Ray hockey.
eat meat too, but I eat everything. I'm a trash compactor, but
Yeah,
if I
you
get
are.
to pick, I'm gonna pick cheese, vegetables.
When in doubt, just hand the boy a bag of Funyuns, and you'll be happy.
Hell yes, fun.
He'll just sit on his phone, eating Funyuns. It's great. That's how you pacify Aaron. It's like a 3-year-old. Here's a phone and some Funyuns and a vape.
Or some combos. I love combos.
Combos are good.
Speaking of combos, I found 2 different flavors I'd never tried before, and I got them, and they're delicious. I did Parmesan garlic combos. They taste like a breadstick. And then I did spicy honey mustard, and they were awesome.
Nice. Yeah, see. I can hope that they might bring them out in Canada, but it's like Pop-Tarts. We see half the varieties that you guys have.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons I love going grocery shopping in the U.S. I'm like, what is this? And it's like, calm down. Well, you saw me when we landed at the last NAMM show at the grocery store. I'm like, what is this? You're like, calm down.
Yeah,
like, no.
You do get abnormally excited, but I get it,
You know, like fuck, peanut butter and jelly Pop-Tarts? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Okay.
The octopus ears knows what's up. Mushrooms are awesome.
Hey, the only time I eat mushrooms, they better have a psychedelic effect.
Ripley can't eat them because of a migraine. I'm sorry, dude. That makes me sad because he loves them.
Cherry frosted. Yeah, you can't get cherry frosted in Canada.
Can you get the s'mores? And
Yes.
can you get my favorite one is the double fudge brownie.
No.
Those are
Well, they have
fire.
no. They do have a chocolate
like
one,
all,
but
it's like all brown with like the chocolate frosting. Then you open it up and it's the gooey chocolate inside.
yeah, it's not the same though. It's not the same.
That thing's amazing. It's like eating a little Debbie brownie, only apparently it's breakfast. I love it.
Doug doesn't eat fungus either. That's good.
Well, Doug can also stand still to the point where people think he's glitching. So I don't know.
Speaking of which, if I forgot to mention that when JJ was here earlier, but JJ, Aaron, myself, and Doug feature in Charles 75N's latest video.
We do.
Yep.
Why come?
Hey, it's all the more reason to direct you over to check out his channel.
I guess we're gonna have to go check out Charles 75N's channel.
Yeah, well, you'll watch it. Involves Telecaster.
Well, Pops, did you see Pops posted when I saw him and Johnny Bean's stream?
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Oh, of course, because he tagged me in it. Because that's what Pops does.
Me and Quentin, it's all love.
Oh, and I want to thank Charles again for yesterday. He hosted our Zoom hang for patrons and channel members. I think we had multiple people came and left, but I think we had like somewhere between 10, 15 people show up for the hang, and
that was
awesome.
Fun. That is absolutely awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, that's cool. We're gonna do it again sometime, not this coming week, but next week, I think.
This might sound weird, but I think I'm gonna see if JJ wants to get pizza for dinner.
Ooh,
I love
nice.
pizza.
I made burgers for dinner.
I've eaten 4 pieces of pizza a day for 3 days already, but I want more pizza.
Guitar Man 45 says was a fun hang. True, and like say he'll be on. That's one of the it's great thing about the Zoom hangs, Aaron, is you do a hang with some people and you're like, I like you. You're cool. Why don't we do a Sunday hang together? It's like it's almost like an audition in some ways.
It leads to other things. So if you're not a patron,
hard to say, Garguts. It all depends on my dad's health if I'll make it out to NAMM or not.
if you're thinking about being a patron of Ben's, that should be incentive enough for you to go ahead and do it. I know he's not going to push because you don't want to be the salesman, but I'll tell you, he's worth it. He's worth every penny. It's a beautiful Canadian northern man.
I try. Hey, I'm from the south of Canada. Thank you very much. That's why I'm a redneck.
Still north of me at all times.
Barely.
Right now, barely. Only four a day, yes. 4 pieces of pizza.
Deja Blue.
I normally only eat once a day, so I'll go and plow 4 pieces of pizza and I'm good. If I'm extra hungry, then I'll just do 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. Like today, JJ and I immediately. It's so funny because JJ's like, "You eat pizza every day," and I was like, "Dude, it's Sbarro's Pizza, which has been in my mall for forever, and their thin crust cheese is fire." So he's like, "All right, fine, I'll go and get one." I ordered 2. He orders 1. Takes a couple of bites and he goes, "This pizza's fucking fire." And I go, "You wish you got 2?" And he goes, "Yeah, I might have to go back and get a second one." And I'm like, so then today when we got up and we're going in, he's like, "Hey, are we gonna go get pizza?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we're gonna go get pizza." So we went and got 2 pieces of pizza. I got 2. I think he did 1 again though. Oh, but then he doubled back with his manager and got another piece of pizza. Victory is mine.
Nice. Boomer says rain in southern Alberta. You could probably use it.
So how's everyone in the chat doing?
Yeah,
Let's
we
hear
got
from you
66 folks still in here. What's up,
Yeah,
Milt?
what are you guys doing? I see the Guitar Man likes pizza. Well, I like you, so that makes sense.
Yeah. And if I'm running out of things to ask, it's because Aaron and I have FaceTime more in the last week than we have in the last month.
Which
Partially
is
to
crazy.
keep them company while waiting for drunken cohorts, and partially keeping me updated on shit, and partially just to talk.
I mean, it's crazy because we normally FaceTime quite a bit to begin with, especially like I always FaceTime Ben when I'm on my way back from picking up the kids because it's like I got an hour drive here.
And they get to say hey. I get to say hey to the kids too, which is nice.
Yeah, and they love seeing Uncle Ben. That's really what they. Hi. Only 2 decent pizza joints in San Diego. What?
Yeah.
Hi,
Hey,
Jason.
So,
Happy to do it.
nice. Yeah. So yeah. Well, it started at the first was I get a random call from Aaron after he lands, and he's like, "Les didn't stay overnight last time during NAMM, did he?" I was like, "Yeah." No, he didn't. Yes, he did. And then I hear JJ and Dana in the background. I told you. And
No,
then,
what Dana didn't think he did either. That was the whole reason we called because me and Dana were telling JJ like, no, he didn't. And then I was like, I'll solve this. So I called you and you're like, yeah. And I'm like, well, then where did he sleep? And you're like, you were quarantined and out of your mind. He slept on the brown couch in the other room. And I went, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. And I quarantined in the garage.
You did. I remembered that.
Yeah, because I remember you're like, no, there's enough room. You can crash on the couch. I'll crash on the floor. I'm like, no, I'm going in the garage.
And you did.
Because I randomly get insomnia. And if I have insomnia, there's guitars to play right there. And I'm not bugging anybody. I'm not wandering around the house. I had a separate entrance out the side that I could wander around the yard because I'd be up before everybody else. Because you were sick. Otherwise, you would have been up at the same time as me.
Wait, I was just telling them, you want to get pizza for dinner? I'll buy us pizza. Yeah, let's do that.
That's all you fucking eat.
I love pizza, dude. You love pizza.
Oh, I'm sure that the girls will figure it out.
Well, go tell them I'll buy pizza.
All right.
Fucking hell.
Welcome to the Sunday Night Hang, where pizza's on the menu, folks.
Pizza's the shit.
Which actually, there is a decent pizza place around. I remember we had pizza last time I was out there, and it was decent. You know, I've had better, I've had worse. Hey, all you ask for is decent, right?
Kind of like sex, man. It's always good, but there's always better. I got it. Trust me.
Could have been worse. Could have been better. It was what it was.
Mike Capsamalis, any relation?
Jason Lindholm says if you're ever in Plano, Illinois, come to Uncle Lars Pizza.
Obviously, I live just south of Chicago in Illinois, but I was reading Mike Capsamalis for 2 reasons. Number one, he said something that's number one here in the Midwest. But number 2, Mike, are you related to Jamie Capsamalis at all? Because that will be a crazy little full circle if it's true.
Get it figured. Cool. We don't know yet because she's making spaghetti.
Man, fuck
And Doug says, all you ever give me at your place is Little Caesars hot and ready. Yeah, because, you know, that's what you're worth.
Like the rest of us.
Well, that's what we're probably going to end up figuring. The fuck, it just wants to eat pizza. Jesus, he just got offered homemade home cooked spaghetti bolognese.
I could eat that too.
Wait. Is it Maddie's spaghetti, JJ? Because Maddie's is amazing at spaghetti.
Yeah, which is my mum's old recipe.
Yeah. Yeah, she made that the last time I was there. It was amazing.
Well, let's see what they want to figure out, because Jaden's out there now going, hey, Mum, can we get pizza instead? Aaron's buying. It's like, well.
Unky Aaron's buying.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah.
I was like, whatever. I mean, I had the spaghetti last time. It was delicious, and I was dead. But, you know.
Oh, it's amazing spaghetti.
It is.
We could just flow with
Jim's is good. No,
whatever they want. Now they have options. No, but I know there are a few cousins in Greece I've yet to meet. Well, Jamie is from Greece. So if you, that's maybe close enough to you. Hey, Aaron might be able to taste the spaghetti this time.
That's
no,
good.
I could taste it last time because it was on the first night when I told them I only normally take one hit, and instead I did way more than that, and I was ridiculous.
No,
he ate a lot of spaghetti and then he crashed
you
the fuck out.
Maybe you lost your
no. But last time I could taste everything on the first night and remember everything. It was after that everything went to hell.
Right.
The first night I was like a normal person, and then it was literally the second day there. I was like, that I was here. That I was like, oh my god. You mean is there more than?
Well, I kind of enjoyed that. Unless you drank. Did you finish yours?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's mine. Then you got to find another one.
In there?
Maybe.
Maybe.
One in a minute, unless you go and have a look. I feel beat, man. Last night, fucking hey, dude. We went.
No doubt. You were going 110%.
Oh, then I sat up with lads till like 2-3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Which was awesome, you know.
Sure.
But then freaking, I hear old Motormouth here at freaking like 7 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
Yabbering on to someone about fucking pedals and let's go check this out and I'll meet you here and then. Well, I time to get up.
Yeah, because you'd messaged me by
the alarm clock's gone off. He's an alarm clock. This one.
Well, you gotta remember.
You were looking a little timid this morning when I was FaceTiming with Aaron. He's like,
dude,
"Hey, say good morning." You're just like, "Oh."
My eyes had been open literally 45 seconds, and everyone's like, "Hey, say hi to Ben." I'm like, "What? What?"
The other thing he fails to remember is everything here. My body thinks it's 2 hours in the future.
I know that's what it is.
So it's like at 5 o'clock when I'm up here, I'm like, okay, well I got to get ready for work. At like you said, at 7 o'clock, it's 9 o'clock by me. I'm already at work, so I'm like,
yeah.
Six String Brian, big love, brother. We missed you, man.
Yeah,
we were talking about the old days there.
Ampex was excellent.
Yeah, he tried it. I didn't try it. I'd like to have tried it because I tried the Victory one, so I would have liked to have seen the difference.
All of those are killer. I mean, the difference is all two.
I gotta say the Helix sounded badass in the Yamaha booth. I mean, if there was a tone I played, I love the Helix. Everyone knows I have it, and they had it on a preset, and it was through that Yamaha riff style. And I'm like, is it the guitar? Because I'm gonna have to check that. I'm gonna have to check that preset because in the cans it sounded so freaking good, and I go to the neck pickup and it's like even better. I'm like, what the hell is it with this guitar?
Did you play the P91 or the humbuckers?
It was humbuckers.
Okay, because they do both.
It was humbuckers.
I was on the P91 and it was.
Yeah, I'm for sure it was humbuckers, but it was a clean, broken tone, really kind of big and round, dumbly almost. And it was freaking sounding awesome.
Man, where the hell does Garguts live? If he's in the same time
He's
zone?
in Texas.
Oh, well then, is he central? He must be if we're in the same time
Wherever
zone.
Texas is.
I was like, I'm in central. I know where Texas is, but does it have a fucked up like break? Like
I don't
from this
know.
point west is mountain time? I don't know.
Texas is big enough; it might be in more than one time zone.
That's what I'm saying. Does it
If
have...
Garguts is there, it's whatever time he needs it to be.
Wherever Garguts is, it's Garguts time.
It's Garguts time, exactly. You couldn't have put it better.
I'm good with that. I'm good with all that.
Ain't that the
We
truth?
would order one Dare pizza with effed up toppings like smoked oyster. Ugh.
Then couldn't do that. Apples and cheese. I could
eat
probably
those.
do apples
I
and
could do those.
cheese.
Yeah, I could rock that.
Don't like anchovies on a pizza,
No.
that's for sure.
Ew,
That ain't happening.
I've done it. It's not good.
Canadian bacon and pineapple, though, for
I can do
sure.
those. I mean, I was like,
I like Hawaiian pizza.
I'm never gonna.
You do, isn't it like an anti-Canadian thing?
I'm never going to
It's open to debate pineapple on pizza, whether you should or shouldn't.
You'll diss that.
I'm never gonna
I love
pick
pineapple
on a pizza, but if it's the pizza
Oh man,
that's
it's the
there,
bomb.
but if it's the pizza that's there, I'm gonna eat it because
Yes, Doug, ham, also known as ham.
Pizza of the year so far has definitely been that one at NAMM because that was freaking bad, and it was a New York slicer. He couldn't even fit it in the box. He goes, "Sorry," I said, "No, don't say sorry. It means it's a bigger slice. It won't fit in the box." It was huge.
Right.
And like I said, it's a little fast food gem that we've had in Joliet forever. Sbarro's thin crust cheese pizza is fire.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as good as like the best New York style pizza.
Stop talking about it. It's making me want the pizza again.
The best New York style pizza I've had is in Williamsburg. There's a little place called Anna Maria's, and that's the best pizza I've ever had in my life. But yeah, I mean, pizza rules.
Nice. Yeah, and just to confirm, Alex was mentioning or confirming, Mesa Boogie wasn't at NAMM this year, or Mesa Boogie, I guess.
No, because they're owned by Gibson.
Yeah.
I don't think either of them were there.
No.
Mesa or Mesa Boogie.
Hey, you know, why not? Yeah.
It's like Project.
Oh, yeah. Project. I love it. Sorry about that project.
And Deckel. But we say Deckel in England. From what I remember, I've been here too long, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Jojo, my boy. Hi, handsome.
Yeah, I definitely went with the intention of not touching 1,000 guitars like him. I'm like, just in case. There was some people. I went online. There was people like posting before I got there on the Friday, and like no one was wearing masks. You see the occasional people. I'm like, well, I'd throw it on occasionally. But I didn't want to touch a million things. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Definitely a little paranoid of it. But
yeah. Meanwhile, there you're riding back and forth with patient zero, anyways.
Yeah, but you can't be patient zero twice, can you? I mean, what would be the choice?
Oh well, I don't know.
If anyone's gonna pull it off, you're looking at him.
Yeah.
That's called luck, and I have shit for it.
Yeah, fucking A. But I didn't see one person sneeze or cough.
No,
so anything you hear is BS, I swear. I didn't hear. Did you? Nobody, man. Toilets were empty. You didn't have to stand in a line of 30 people.
Well, that's the difference too. Is like
holding your nads. You know what I mean?
Everyone.
Well, you're not NAMM. It wasn't quite as crowded, and it isn't the middle of cold and flu season, right?
This is true. It's summer.
That's what it is. People aren't bringing it in from over the world, whatever it is, regular flus, whatever. That's what it is. I didn't even
because the majority of us are in the northern hemisphere where it's winter.
Yeah.
Didn't
even think of that.
What about
no, Doug, that's only you.
What the hell is Doug talking about?
Hey, Guts, how did those edibles go down, brother?
I mean,
you read them all at once? You greedy bastard?
Probably. The only thing I didn't do out here that I should have done is Rhett had posted that there's a burrito joint on Fairfax that has the best breakfast burrito he's ever had.
No, that's in LA though, man. That's a long way to go.
Is it?
That's a long way to go
Not for a burrito. No, never mind.
Yeah,
it better be one damn good burrito.
I better climax twice.
I guarantee you could find it within a 5-mile radius of this house. Incredible Mexican food down here.
That's what I was saying earlier. I'd go for Mexican food if given the option.
Doesn't.
So where'd they go? They go to the beach?
Is there any good Mexican food down here, Catherine? Oh my God. Yeah. Better than LA?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, there you go.
There's your trip.
All right, maybe LA is the place.
There you go. She probably would know the joint he was talking about.
Well, she would. She had a store in LA, so she for sure. Because
like
that's all my wife and my sister over here freaking eat is Mexican food. Surprised we're not eating Mexican food tonight, actually.
Sound good.
All right, yeah. Don't surprise me with Mexican food down bait and switch.
Hey man, I'll eat anything.
Yeah, but
Aaron's like Mexican pizza.
Dude, I used to get Jack's Mexican pizza when I was younger. The frozen pizza was so good.
Rock on, John DeShane. Terry, rock on, brother.
What's Terry saying?
Trejo's Tacos. Is Del Taco good or point to me good Mexican food ASAP? Dude, just, where you're at right now in Anaheim area, dude, just Freaking, I don't know. There's gonna be a million of them, mate.
I thought I saw something that I didn't understand. That's not shocking, but enjoy the new NAMM Thrax version 22, boys and girls. What are you talking about?
Who said that?
Keith Campbell.
Well, I think if anything comes out, it's going to be BS. I'm calling BS on it
Trust me.
because I didn't see a single cough or a sneeze.
I mean, if it comes out, then it's definitely like the silent fucking attacker.
Yeah, it is. Maybe a stomach flu this time.
Brian was asking, who's the biggest rock star you saw at NAMM this year?
JJ.
Fuck off. Who did we see?
Wouldn't it be awesome if all the world's diseases could be cured by one thing and one thing only, and that thing was pizza?
Oh my god. Especially that pizza.
How awesome would
Only
it be?
that
Would it
pizza.
be- only that pizza. So you and I are like good.
Yeah.
Anyone that ate that pizza is totally good. Everyone else is fucked. God, that'd be rad.
But you have to smoke a joint with every slice to make it work.
That would be even funnier.
Especially for you.
Oh,
Because you don't smoke weed.
no.
He
Yeah,
tries on occasion. It doesn't
You've
end
seen
well.
what happens when I do. Woo-hoo.
I'm just thinking of a few evenings in Nashville.
Fingers crossed no one gets sick because, dude, it was good vibes. Nothing weird. Great band.
Gar got caught Larry Mitchell's set last night.
Right on, man.
Oh, Larry can play his ass off.
So
He
good.
does. He's a great guy, too.
You know somebody that I would love to see play live that I've never seen? I love his playing is Andy Timmons. Oh my God, that guy's his tones are fantastic. He's a hell of a player.
But back to the Rockstar point, it wasn't really like
Tosin, probably.
Yeah, I mean today's
I was going to say a lot of the pros are out on the road right now.
But
Yeah.
also
Everyone's touring because they can for the first time.
it
in
was
2 years.
definitely I mean last time you'd see frickin', the drummer from Iron Maiden or this, that, or the other, and everyone was doing the signings, the guy from the Deftones and freaking Alex what's his name? Michael Anthony was there. I mean there was rock stars galore, but I didn't see no one.
I'm sure there were people that we weren't aware of.
I'm
but-
sure there were, but normally I was
No, probably Tosin Abasi was the biggest. I mean, Animals as leaders is a big fucking band.
yeah.
So, him, that's a good question. You
We'll go
figure
with
Ken Haas from Reverend just got off touring with Big D and the Kids Table. So, I'm throwing him in that group.
Nice.
How about Rhett Shaw?
Well, there, so yeah.
What's that?
Rhett's played a few shows.
Oh,
You can throw Rhett out there.
obviously, Rhett, yeah. And Phil, his bass player.
I didn't see Rat.
Yeah. And Tilly, I hung out with Tilly quite a bit. She's so lovely.
She is.
Such a nice person. Now you really got me thinking though. Who else?
Was Greg Koch there?
No, Greg didn't make the trip.
Interesting.
I think they
I
just
didn't
got
think he did, because I saw he was live yesterday. That's right.
well, they just got done doing a big run of shows and stuff at Sweetwater and all this other shit. So my guess is it was kind of like, well, I'm
Right.
staying put.
I know Pete Thorne was wandering around there for.
Oh,
a bit.
Pete, yeah, Pete was there.
Yeah.
I saw Pete. He was with Rhett, and he was over by the Rev booth when I saw him. So
Right.
I'd call Pete a fucking.
Saw
rock star.
Caleb. Caleb was the first person I saw. Because they'd gone ahead of me, and so I roll up and I'm in the line, the bag check line to go inside, and it's like, hey Caleb, what's up? It was cool to see Caleb.
Rabia plays fucking
Sure.
sold out festivals now with Frog Leap. So
Yeah, I hung out with Rabir a little bit. That was cool.
another sweet human being.
Yeah.
And Pete Thorne dropped a hint on his live show today. It sounds like he's going to go out on the road for a month
Nice.
Is he
in
going
America. First time
with
touring
some-
in America in a while.
with someone or solo?
No, with someone.
Oh, I can't wait.
How
Yeah,
exciting.
it was crazy. Like, I'll tell the story. I don't care. Hey, Charlie S. He's like, literally, he got a text from a drummer friend of his, and he's like, "Hey, would you be interested in playing this?" And he's like, "Sure." He goes, "All right, let me talk to the guys." And it was like 15 minutes later. Okay, you're in. Type thing.
Terry just said per his Facebook feed, the original Bon Jovi bassist Alex John Such has passed on.
Yes.
Well,
he passed away.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, brother.
Yeah, Trey and I had a really fucking funny situation happen. So him and I are talking, and some guy just comes over and is like, "Have you played my guitars?" And I'm like, no, like they're shreddy 80s looking guitars. I was like, that's not my thing. But he like Trey, accommodated and went and did it. And then the guy just on and on and on, and I'm like, oh my fucking God, brutal. Brutal. Like he was super sweet. He was super sweet and he handled it well, but I was like, brutal.
That's gnarly.
Yeah.
It happened.
Yeah, it totally did.
When you see someone you recognize and not a lot of traffic stopping in your booth, you got to try something.
One of the funniest things was he was talking about how he's such a big fan of the channel. And I go, well, if you're such a big fan of the channel, then you know that he likes white guitars. How come there's not a single white guitar? And he's like, there is. And he points, and it's like this one in the corner facing away, so nobody can see it. You only see the back of the neck. And Trey goes, oh, I see what you did. You put it there so I wouldn't come by your booth. Genius. And I was like, and then someone else came up to him and was like, dude, I'm a big fan. I'm not subscribed. And I go, you're such a big fan that you won't follow him. And the kid's like, but I'm going to right now. I'm like, okay. But
yeah.
Then Trey told me something I didn't know. He said subscriber count isn't a big thing with the algorithm anymore as much as returning viewers are. So whether you're subscribed or not, if you keep going back and watching somebody, that ups the ante. And I was like, you fuckers all got to chase an algorithm, but that's interesting. Ever evolving, ever changing.
I've pretty much given up on trying to chase the algorithm.
Smart man.
If you find the channel and you dig it, cool. And hang out. Otherwise, I'm like a cool indie band that most people aren't aware of, but those who do dig it really dig it.
That's kind of my band to a T. If you know, you know. If you don't, well, that's cool. I don't care.
Pick it up, man.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
we carry on.
We shall persevere and keep doing what
we do.
Rock
on, Hip Metalworks. Good to see you, brother. The flavor of the day, I guess, it's some kind of hybrid, indica dominant hybrid. I don't even know what it was called, but
I'm on Cindy 99.
Delicious. What's up?
Scott.
Store.
For what?
Albert Finn.
For what?
I need a band like a late night show. Yeah.
All right, I'll be in.
That would be cool. Except I won't be in the house band as well.
I ain't going to the store.
Oh, never mind. I'm not.
Dude, there's so much food in there. What could we possibly freaking need? Especially if the worst case scenario is ordering pizza. It can't go fucking wrong, can it? Yeah.
Maybe they wanted pizza from the grocery store.
No, my daughter it's probably to do with garlic bread.
Oh, that's probably what it is.
I almost guarantee it.
Because last time she did spaghetti.
No, the kid, Jaden can cruise up on his freaking e-bike. See ya.
Brian asks, what's JJ's next guitar purchase?
Dude,
and I, we talked about this because I was telling you, I'm like, I'm going to get a new Reverend, and I was like, I'm going to get a new Chapman, and then I got a new Chapman, so now I'm like,
the first thing that comes to my head would be a used Charvel off Craigslist. Nothing new, I'm a Charvel freak, you know what I mean? I love them.
I thought you were going to say an Ibanez. I honestly thought you were.
Well, there's no new Ibanezes that.
But you wouldn't get just a normal Pia to have?
Fuck no.
No.
I mean a vintage Ibanez.
That's the only way you'd go.
Yeah.
So, unless you could get that 35th anniversary one that wasn't 5K.
Well, that'd have to be a present, So I've got Ibanezes which I could have swelled. There's a guy in England. It's what's his name? Swell the World or something.
Bill.
He's freaking badass swirls. I'm all about swirls. I know the color. It's the dream. It's the black and green one. Black and green buy one. The original swirl from back in the day. Don't get me started again.
JJ,
there's Uncle Will.
With green.
Yeah, but some kind of shirt. Always looking out for a green Charvel. I do have one, but it's got a white pick guard, so it's not as green as it could be.
I think
I did actually buy. That's how fucking green I am. I bought the green pick guard for the Charvel.
But you haven't put it on?
No, it's a different hole alignment. The whole thing wouldn't work. Just to get rid of the white one, but Man, but no. Charvels, I love Charvels, you know, but nothing really that's jumping out. Well, I want that guitar. I'm definitely at a point where I have too many. It's been a long road of guitar collecting, and
You've got some sick guitars,
dude, yeah, dude. But it's
the
all,
only thing that pissed me,
dude, don't get me wrong. It was here's the reason, real
you left the
quick.
Japanese one.
Here's
at
the reason.
studio.
All my guitars were the steal of the day because I hunt and scour and hunt and scour. So
There you do.
I
You do the
bought.
same thing I do.
I mean, whether it's shops, online, eBay, you know, early days, so all my collecting. And I was flashing. I wanted to find him a picture earlier, and I'd go through all the guitars and, you know, some of the posts where I saw them, and you look at the prices, you're like, damn, I got that for that. You know what I mean? It's just back in the day, but those days are gone. So getting a guitar now, I mean, everything's out of reach for me, man.
Because you want a lot of vintage stuff. You want.
I've got it. I've got what I want. It's just I've got to focus in a different direction
in terms
now.
of modern.
Here's the shift for me. Everyone knows I'm doing my band, and that's the shift for me. I think once the really massive, we've been recording since January, so once that massive shift, it's been such a focus on that. It wasn't chilling at home, writing songs, rehearsing or whatever, and looking at things for sale. It's been too focused on that, and it's pulled me away from it. You know.
Sure.
What guitars am I going to fucking record with?
Because the only new guitar that you use and play a lot of is the Friedman and the Charvels, right? Those are both newer.
Yeah, the Charvels. Yeah.
And the Friedman is probably only a couple of years old, right?
It is. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Other
But for
than that, you got lots
live
of
and
stuff.
rehearsal, it's all about that red Charvel. And now, I mean, now the my green Les Paul with your P90s in it. Because we got another guitarist in the band, so the cut of a P90 against a humbucker rather than two humbuckers fighting each other, different level.
I know.
Which brings us to the next question from Scott Brockway for all three of us. What is our next pedal purchase?
Ooh, what have I looked at?
Oh boy.
I'm at the coin toss. It's either going to be a delay I happen on that I'm looking for, which is a stereo in, stereo out delay. Good fucking luck to just stumble across. Or it's going to be the LPD 55.
I know mine. Aaron knows mine.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be getting because I already looked it up for you,
and
I gave you the price on it.
Yeah.
He's gonna be getting EHX Holy Grail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is only like $78 used.
Yeah.
But it's a great sound and reverb. They used it on the record.
Everything in the front, nothing in the freaking back. You know.
Yeah, everyone say I should get the Volante. I'm ashamed.
I literally just shitty and grin
Everything
and you
in the
go.
front, nothing in the back. Yeah, that reverb in the front. It's like fucking. Let's have chaos. We want chaos.
Well, now you're in my world.
Well, there's
I don't use
chaos.
effects.
This if you guys are hungry right now.
Why's Maddie trying to send me to the store?
Because bread for garlic.
Garlic bread. I freaking called it, didn't I?
Yeah, you
Garlic
did.
bread. I called it.
What is this?
Women love their garlic bread. I'm just saying.
Massive sandwich. I guess it's smaller like that, but still huge.
All I see is white.
It's like a big.
We got the garage open.
Oh man.
Massive sandwich situation going on here.
Nice.
It's like an American football of sandwich.
Do you want that?
I'm gonna eat one of them.
Yeah.
You want one of them?
I'd love a Jack and Coke.
Okay, well, why are you looking at me?
Mate,
I'm
all right.
freaking butler or something.
All right.
I'll
get
make
it.
you a Jack
All right.
and Coke.
Thanks, buddy. Cheers, mate.
Do you want any of the football?
No, I'm good, mate. Right now.
Oh well, fuck it.
I'm
I'll
still
wait
hanging
till-
on that pizza.
I'll wait then too. That's fine.
Oh,
Right
you
on.
don't have to.
No, then what's gonna happen?
Bar
I'm
service.
gonna eat this and then I
Why
Yeah.
not? I've had a beer. F it. Still feeling it from last night. It's going to be Hair of the Dog. That was Hair of the Dog. What's after Hair of the Dog? Next round?
Who makes that Volante delay again? I always forget. I gotta look that up. Jesus.
Joe Hervey needs an EQ. Recommend the MXR. Love it.
Isn't that like a Strymon or something? Yeah, those things aren't cheap.
So I'll talk to your mum and then if we feel it. My kid with his long hair wants me to shave his head tonight for the
What?
summer. Yeah, Jaden. Mum's having none of it and he knows I'm down. I'm like, whatever you want.
Yeah.
If you want it gone.
Well, you have to go to the store and then.
It'll grow back.
Because you have to get wine.
Yeah, Jaden can't go because it's
Well, you
Yeah.
picked up. I called you twice.
You son of a bitch.
And I texted.
Okay, in a
him
minute,
to see
in a minute,
when you guys would be
in a
back.
minute,
He didn't answer.
in a minute.
I picked up for Jada.
That's why you needed my number. I'm much more responsible than he is.
I know. I was thinking about that.
Shave his head. Yeah, Terry says shave his head to a mocha. Well, that'd probably be the starter point. If you're going to shave his head, you got to have some fun with it.
Yeah.
I'll go with you.
Unless you go all
I
the
used
way.
to have hair like Aaron.
We're going right now. All right. My daughter's called it. You got to go, haven't you? When the daughter says it. Okay, I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, she knows what's up. Boy. All right.
See you, Janice.
stealing your again.
All right, so pedal talk now, Aaron. Apparently, everybody wants me to get a Strymon Volante.
Oh, Volante's fucking great. Great pedal.
Is that too complicated for me, though?
No, because it's got little pushy buttons that you can actually see the lights on, so you're fine.
Okay.
It's all your normal controls, and then if you wanted to go stereo and pan, like I want head number 2 to go to the left and head number 4 to go to the right, you can see it. Like, lights up. Real easy. Volante's killer. Killer pedal.
I have several EQ pedals, Joe. I don't need any more EQ pedals.
I'm a big fan of, well, you said you weren't stereo, so never mind. I was going to say, I'm a big fan of the solid gold effects stuff. They're up there by you in Canada.
Yep.
But I don't think
Okay.
theirs isn't stereo.
Yeah, I need it. Or we just have Lawrence build me a stereo in, stereo out Cascade.
I was the one that came up with that idea.
Yeah, well, I know Lawrence is still in the chat, so
Oh,
Lawrence,
Gotcha. I was going to
is
say,
that something you can build? And if so, let me
Build it.
know.
and
Yeah.
if so, build it.
Yeah, and can we throw an effects loop in it as well, for that matter? And then I got everything. Ideally, I want stereo in, stereo out with an effects loop.
Yeah, that's all he wants. That's all he wants.
Yeah, that's all I need. And simple to use and tactile like a regular pedal and not some big fucking machine. It needs to do all this shit, but simple.
I need to do all this shit and not be
And keep it to 4 knobs. Well, maybe
Yeah.
a 5th one for a blend for the effects in the loop.
It can't be so large that I can get in it and drive away.
Yeah. And it'll be $900, Terry. You're right.
And that's USD, so it's more like 1,800 Canadian.
Yeah. You can almost see through the pedal because it's got so many ports on it. It'll never overheat. That's for sure.
Basically, what he's looking for is a junction box that has delay in it.
Stereo.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah. What kind of delay? Don't care. And the delay circuit itself doesn't mean much, really.
Wait a minute. What did he say? My birthday announcement went out like the plague. When's your birthday, Will? Today? Is Will's birthday today?
Let me scroll back. I must have missed it.
I was like, because obviously I've been walking that way. I was going to get JJ that Jack and Coke, and that's when she said, he's got to go to the grocery store. And I said, well, he should probably go to the grocery store before he starts drinking hard liquor, right? And she's like, yep. And I was like, well, that's
Don't make me show off that photo again, Doug. Me shaving Doug's head.
better than his
I may
ass.
have shown it off on a show last week, either on this channel or Fruitcake Tony's. I don't
Again,
remember.
better shaving his head than his ass. Always looking on the bright side of things.
Oh, here we are. Will says, just to let you guys know, on June 13th in the USA, there will be the country's most sacred holiday, my birthday. Yes, my one. He says 100th.
Well,
100?
He's not really 100, obviously, but I mean, he's fucking old, but he's not that old.
I was going to say, I thought 80. I was thinking 80.
No, I think we talked. He's roughly my dad's age, like born in the 50s, I think, early 50s, maybe.
I think he's almost 80.
Maybe
I could have swore Will was like 75 when I met him.
either way, he's not as old as he always jokes about.
No.
And he's still the funniest fucking person on the planet, so he can't be
That
that
he
old.
is.
Otherwise, he wouldn't even remember being funny. And he knows.
Hey, Travis. John's is on the 12th.
Oh, lots of Junes.
Yeah, Will dated Lincoln's sister, Tiffany.
How does he come up with that shit? I mean, damn.
I don't know. I don't know.
I really wish he'd make a YouTube channel where he goes on camera and he just literally talks.
Michael Cross says, Michael Cross mentions, he goes, stereo delay would have to be digital. I can't think of an analog stereo delay. Again, don't care. That not my problem. That's Lawrence's problem. I tell him the ports I need, you know, how they connect inside the box.
Like I said, he basically wants a junction box with a delay in it. That's what it would be.
And the loop just on the repeats.
Oh, Jesus. Now he's getting fancy.
Yeah. Stereo in, stereo out, loop just on the repeats. So I can put the Rainbow Machine just on the repeats. Because why not?
Am I seeing somebody's going to be 21 on the 14th? Is that what I just read?
Well, Boomer, we were on the Zoom call together, and I'm going to say you're looking a little rough for 20. I'd say maybe 30. Maybe. Only 69, Will says.
See, told you. He's my dad. My dad's 70. He'll be 71 in September. So
John DeShane says just get a gig rig. I don't have gig rig money. Those things are not cheap.
Wait a minute. That wouldn't help him with his delay. That's still just a switcher.
Yeah, that's still
Doesn't have delay in it.
No.
I mean, he could route with that, yes, but he still needs to have the actual shit that he wants. He could, I mean, I guess I get what he's saying. You could have a normal delay in there. You'd still have to
Boomer's like, I haven't aged well. But you had a great time, I bet.
Still have to be a stereo delay, but that would allow you to do a stereo delay.
Yeah, because the idea is I'm going to split my chain at the chorus, and then from there run stereo through the rest of the rig.
Oh, well, so even a gig rig only has, I think, maybe two of the output things are, two of the loops are stereo.
Right.
So if you're planning on running a bunch of stereo stuff, you wouldn't be able to do that. Oops, my mistake. I meant 1769.
Yes, Terry, somewhere. There it is. It's right on the floor. It's even plugged in. That's weird. I don't remember using it, but it's been plugged in probably for the last, 4 months. I do have my backup system still with a nice layer of dust on it.
Do they both work?
Yep.
Nice.
I do have that, but
you could do that.
I don't use it.
Because it's digital and craziness. Menus.
Well, no, it's just the interface would be different if you, I don't know. It's like certain stuff like the stereo delays, you need more than 3 knobs, so you got to pan over to get to all the knobs. And
like I said, the interface,
hassle. I could bring it up on the digitals on the computer here, and simulate it and then over into it. But again, I want to be a guitar player that doesn't have to connect to his computer to create a signal. Just saying. Eventually, connect in maybe for the recordings and the stuff, but that's easy. That just takes the 2-channel Scarlett there. I plug that in. I whip a microphone in front of the amp.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're still going to be micing a cab. You're not like going to use an IR.
No. Well, I was talking. I'm thinking about I may do a dual thing because 2-channel, right, is mic the amp and run into a 2 notes on the other side and dial it in to sound like the amp, which is what Phil McKnight will do quite often. Okay. And then what he will do is on playback, he'll listen to which one, and whichever one sounds more like what he heard in the room, which is sometimes the amp, but sometimes it's actually the IR sounds more like, because shit doesn't translate once it gets into the digitals and stuff.
Do you have a 2 notes?
No, but I was thinking about getting one.
I wonder if you could. Doesn't the Stomp doesn't have the amp stuff.
It has amp stuff.
No, I mean like the IR stuff. Does it have that on there?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
I was like, the Helix does, but I don't think the Stomp.
Yeah, it's got everything that the Helix does. It's just a broken down interface is all.
I thought the whole point was it doesn't have that. The Helix has the cab sims and stuff, the IRs.
No, I'm pretty sure this does.
Huh.
I don't know. Someone in the chat know? Brad, you own one of these. Does it have the cabs and the IRs and such? I don't know. I think it does. Yeah, because I also have the HX effects, which is just the effects.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of then.
I think that's what you're thinking of.
Okay, that could very well be.
Yeah, because I found with that, and because I wasn't as big a fan of the pedals. There we go, Jeff K. Thank you. He said is the IRs and cabs. Yeah, because with the HX effects, I was like, I don't like these sounds as much. So because us stacking gain, well, rather than stacking pedals in it, I found I was just stacking amp heads.
Well, but then you don't even have to buy a 2 notes. You could use that as the 2 notes part.
I could.
There's your IRs. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out why does he need a 2 notes if he has that? But then I was like, oh, maybe that's the one that doesn't have the IRs. But I am thinking of the HX effects.
Right. Well, I was thinking because the 2 notes I can go directly out of my pedal board directly into it, and then because I still want to use the pedal board.
Can't you run the pedal board into that and do both?
Yeah, but then I got to make a patch that I don't want to make patches and shit.
Really is just right around the corner. They just got that.
I just need freaking plug and play as much as possible. Which I think is the 5th or 6th preset that I like because it's basically a Friedman with an OCD in front of it. Done. I was like, oh, I like that one. That's usable.
Is your B52 working?
Yeah, that's what I've been playing through the last 6 months.
Oh, so you can do the B50. If you wanted to do 2 real amps, though, you could do the B52 and the Blues Deluxe.
Mm-hmm. Although the B52 needs work because somehow when the jewel light went out, or when I noticed the jewel light burnt out, I also noticed that at the same time it has no reverb anymore.
You got the Cascade. You're good.
Exactly. Not that I care.
All right, you're back.
And then
You can sit wherever you want.
yeah, because I'm just using it for clean anyways. And then the Fender, literally, I haven't used that since I jammed
that garage
last November.
Light right in your eyeballs.
I'm all over that.
Okay.
Wake me up.
Or blind you. One of the two.
Yeah, when I built the Lawrence board to go through the Fender for jamming last fall. That's the last time I used that was when I was out jamming.
It only happened a couple of times, once or twice, right?
Yeah, I jammed over at Mihai's place 2-3 times, and then we did a get together for when just after my friend Dan passed away after his memorial. We did a jam, which was essentially Smile Harder reforming / Drowning Not Waving reforming, which is because Dan kind of morphed into the other.
Yeah, what happened with that? How come that didn't keep going?
Well, because we'd been there, done that. We'd already played in that band. We've all moved on. That was years ago.
Could start over, right? Couldn't you?
No.
No. There's no going home.
All right. Well, all right. When the band formed, it was a 4-piece. Yeah. Corey was singing. He was dating Richie, who played guitar. Larry was on bass. Trevor on drums. Then towards the end of that lineup situation, Corey and Richie broke up, and she started dating Trevor. And then they started another band, and then Smile Harder reformed with me joining as the other guitar player, and Corey and Trevor were a couple, and they're not together anymore. So
not happening.
That's not, and Larry is living in what was it? Like a veteran's home of some kind because he's had a series of strokes.
No bueno.
So he's obviously not able to play anymore. So
Ben was dating the bass player. No, not Ben.
Bass player was about the only one. Bass player and I were the only ones who didn't date Corey in the band.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a Fleetwood Mac thing going on there.
What was up? Like you said, you jammed a couple of times, 2 or 3 times with somebody like Maya or something. What happened with that? Mihai, there you go. What happened?
Mihai, my Hungarian drummer friend. I know Hungarians, Aaron, somehow, some way, right?
I don't know, man.
So yeah, we jammed a couple of times, but it's kind of weird. Like,
oh, what happened
just
to I
two
like it?
people?
It'll wake me up.
Yeah, it was kind of weird just jam with two people. So it's like, you know, if we can find at least another third person, then let's do it.
You can put the garage down part way. You don't have to put it all the way down. If you want to.
No, I like it. It's sunny outside. It's lovely.
It'll still be sunny outside and lovely if the garage is down a little bit and not in your eyeballs. Yeah, sounds fucking killer.
Very resonant.
Oh yeah, just like mine. I say just like mine. That's mine too. Yeah, just like mine. The one I have at home, but I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, now you have a primary and a backup.
You got it. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm expecting in the not so distant future at some point we're going to hear Aaron becomes official Chapman artist.
Oh, I doubt that. But
Well, I wouldn't.
that would be cool, but I doubt it.
I wouldn't doubt it. Like, at least you would be on the, because I could see, you know, it's not like you're going to be like Rabia where, here, make whatever you want, signature model. You get the, you know, like Ibanez has tiers, you know.
I mean,
you
can always have the people that, you know, play your stuff and get like a discount on buying.
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Your entry tier is basically you get it for dealer cost. So it's 30% off, essentially. That's your entry level on most endorsements these days. Then after that, you know, it's like, we'll give you one free guitar. And then after that, then you're looking at, okay, a signature guitar.
Free one. I'm good.
Yeah, exactly.
And exactly the same color as your other one.
No, my other one's yellow flame maple and matching headstock.
Oh, very different.
Very different.
It's lovely, beautiful to play. Neck feels great.
Yeah.
I think it's just bright. That's why it's stainless steel frets. I'm like, why is it so fucking bright? It is. It's real bright.
It's so present, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I play in the
Janus is back.
so that works perfect.
Lovely.
Will says we need to find me a woman. I don't know. No, I'm good, Will. I no, I'm good.
Me and him are on the same page here with that.
Yeah. I'd rather have gear.
That, I gotta say, probably, yeah, very impressed with that. Get your socks away from my beer.
They're very nice wool.
Got his socks resting on my beer.
Wool.
Aaron, unless she's into gear as much as we are,
it's never
we're good.
Work. Yeah, see, no, here's my original.
Oh yeah. I remember now.
Matching headstock.
Yeah, sweet. Oh, they look badass. Wow. It's got the orange right there, isn't it? So next to it on this side, especially when there's more orange. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I have no idea where my sister is.
Like I told him, I was like, while I appreciate it, I hate you. I was like, simultaneously love you and hate you right now. There's very few times in life where I don't have something to say, and I was like,
You always have something to say, and a few times I go, can you just save it? You can tell me later, you know.
Well, even then I said something. I went, no, fuck that. I'll pay for it. And he's like, no, you seriously, man, you can have it. And I was like, I love you and I hate you. And I don't do the video thing very often, but that's when I pulled the camera and I was like, this is me telling Rob that I love and hate him. I turned to him and he goes, I'm love hated. It's like,
I saw that.
He was vibey though, man.
Yeah, it was perfect.
You know, he was definitely in a
good place.
Wonderful, good place.
Yeah, Guitar Man 45. You have a good one.
And it was good to see. It was a positive experience. Everything is. I mean, I was happy with how everything at this NAMM turned out. Everything.
Aaron,
people, products. What up?
You need to introduce your kids to Guitar Man 45's kids. Okay.
Wow.
Well, fun fact about Guitar Man 45 is his kids buy him a guitar every Father's Day.
Oh, well, my kids would happily do that, but they would need the money from my accent.
Well, I'm just saying we can plant the seed young, you see. You know, like they witness this. And he's hoping, because he's dropping the hints, he's hoping the kids buy him an Ultra Lux Telly this year.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
So, yeah.
No, do you know where, like, to put it in?
I'm just saying.
Down by the hose.
Okay.
Yeah, Mama knows where she plugs in the lights.
Okay.
All right.
Maddie, you want to come say hi on live stream?
Hey,
She
make
said
sure,
no.
make
I
sure
thought
you,
I'd give it a shot.
make sure
Yeah.
you up as well.
Hi, Maddie.
You know what I mean?
already did.
All right, right on.
Buzz his hair.
Right on. Okay. Mama's agreed for the buzz cut. It's on.
Wait a minute, Jane's getting a buzz cut?
Yeah, he's getting a buzz cut right now. He wants one for the summer. All his buddies have done it. He
Well, I
wants to
guess when you can still grow
like all his
hair.
buddies have done it. We're all getting a buzz cut. So what, you're going to leave him out?
No, but like I said, I guess when you can still grow hair, it's not a big deal. When you're bald for
Yeah,
life,
exactly.
I'm like, no, don't get
It'll
rid of
go
that.
back by fall, anyways.
First thing that went through my head was like, no, it won't come. Oh, it will come back. Never mind.
Big love, robot. Rock on, man. We're going to talk. And maybe next year you'll get your butt down there. I know
Michael Chris, my kid is 11. I need to establish that tradition. Yep.
Candace Shane has a buzz cut.
Right on.
Will Varela says that's just like my exes. They always buy me stuff using my credit card, though. Trying to Shane has a buzz cut, not voluntary.
Oh, well, yeah, just like me then, dog.
No, he's not going. That's not a buzz cut. He's not going that freaking short. Like a number 4 or something, eh?
Who, your kid?
Yeah.
I have no fucking idea. I just
No.
found out he's
What's
doing
a buzz? What does a buzz cut mean then?
It's usually at least a 2.
it. I would think,
Is it
really?
I would think a
Putting
two
down there?
two
Yeah.
Or 2 or 3.
Who's going
2
to
or-
think he's a right old tough guy, isn't he?
That's
Yeah.
what I thought.
I used to just no guard it every week or
Yeah,
two.
maybe that's what I do 99% of the time. But then when I got shit to do, then I'll full on.
Yeah,
When I was coming to Cali, I was like, well, if I
you got to
bick
pick it up.
well, I was like, well, my logic was if I bick it, by the time I get home, it'll be like it would have been if I'd have just buzzed it. So that's what I
Exactly.
did. And I was like, that way I don't even have to do shit when I get home.
Yeah, right.
It'll literally be like it normally is. So I was like, perfect.
No, Terry's not going Fred Durst. He's actually got a. If you count Fred Durst's hair right now with his wig, with his grey thing, which I think is freaking badass.
Hilarious.
What a concept, man! It's freaking awesome.
Well,
Glad-
we talked about it.
glad to see him-
Marketing genius.
I know, for all the love and hate of Limp Bizkit, I love him. Glad to see him back on the freaking map. Right on. But no,
They were
right
always
now,
masters
he's
for it.
got the Fred Durst wig hair. Right now, he's just got a full shag going. It's freaking badass.
Yeah, your son's got beautiful hair.
Dude, they just cut like 6 inches off it. He had it really long.
Huh.
He's like,
Yeah,
he
his
was
hair's,
over
his
that.
hair's like right here, right now.
He said he looked like a freaking gerbil because it was just a freaking. It was like, you know, that 70s one over the eyes, freaking just this mop. I'm like, because I don't want to look like a gerbil or whatever it is. A freaking.
Hey, Mark Dillon.
So I believe it. Like a little hamster.
No, what are the big ones called? Them freaking monster things.
A guinea pig?
Like, yeah,
Guinea pig?
He thought he looked like a freaking guinea pig,
Oh, that's funny.
like a shaggy guinea pig with the hair out of the
That's
front.
fucking funny.
So I don't want to look like a guinea pig. I think he's at that age. You know what I'm saying? He's out to impress, obviously.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Well, we'll go for a few more minutes here, folks, and then we'll let these guys get to their dinner, and I'll have
Any
second.
questions? Bring them in.
Yeah, bring them in while you can.
Yeah. Come in hot.
I may as well have one more go for the road because why not? It's within reach. Yep, it's still within reach. Perfect.
What, are you playing the saxophone on our way out? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, muzzle. You know.
Sax solo, folks. Sax solo. Boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 doo 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 doo.
I'll be back playing guitar tomorrow night. Although my elbow's acting up at the moment, so I'll just grab one of my elbow braces. But yeah, I'm gonna play guitar again tomorrow night. That'll be fun. That was fun last week. Played for over an hour, Aaron. Jesus.
When's the last time you did that?
I can't remember the last time. Well, probably last fall when I was jamming.
I was gonna say I do that every week.
Hell yeah, Joe. Wes is a great player. We've talked about it before, me and you. Yeah, one of my favorites.
I got a cut in the weirdest spot on this tattoo. It like I have an owl on my forearm, and literally where his beak goes up and down like this, there's a fucking cut on it. And I looked over and I'm like, how did I cut myself and manage to get it right on the beak of the owl?
Rock on, Matthew Stewart. Welcome.
Hey, Matt Stewart. Careless Whisper, Deja Blue says.
Will Varela says I asked Aaron a question.
What do you say? Will, I'm never gonna dance again is the answer.
Never gonna dance again.
Guilty feet has got no rhythm. That's the answer. I don't know what the question was, but that's probably the answer. That or pizza.
Yeah, absolutely, Joe. Super underrated again, apart from those who know. I mean, he has massive love still.
Over 2 years ago, Aaron was the last time Ben played over an hour. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah, Don the Train. The tracking went incredible. We actually finished up Thursday night.
Yep. Thursday, the last song was done.
Yeah, we left the studio fucking midnight, 1 in the morning or something Thursday night. That's it. So now it's off to mixing.
And mastering.
Mixing and mastering. So,
yay.
That's it.
And as somebody that had never heard his band, I can tell you, you are in for an erection in your ear.
Are you?
Yeah, very excited.
Anything like the stuff I heard before, Aaron, I know. No shit.
Well, yeah, you've heard. Has he heard? Did he hear the? What did he hear?
Ben hasn't heard anything for a long time. Have you, Ben?
Ooh.
No, not since the stuff that you were doing, like say,
never heard
under the
anything
previous
in
name.
the lineup or anything.
Oh man.
Yeah, so unless anything is carried over.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Gnarls Barkley, dude.
Yeah, we feel blessed right now. So it's following a dream here and feel blessed right now. So I mean, I don't know. We got some crazy stuff going down right now. We've got a big show in August, but finishing that recording. It's whatever. And Aaron, I gotta say, Aaron ended up on the one of the tracks. The last track, the last vocal going down. Was it the last vocal going down? It was the last
for that day, yeah.
Oh, it was for that day.
It was Wednesday night.
Which song? Because it was on Power.
Power, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We did Killer on Thursday.
There was. It's kind of got this weird timing bit at the end to pull the ears and throw you off on the outro.
Which was like made up on the spot.
Fucking Josh was lost and he just couldn't get it. Couldn't get it. It was relatively simple. It was just a hook line.
Yeah.
And Billy, the guitarist, and he's backing vocals as well. He went in to try it. He just got his hands up in the air, laughing. He goes, "Oh fuck! What the fuck?" He couldn't get the timing because it was weird. And Cameron turns around to freaking Aaron and goes, "Dude, can you do this?" He goes, "Yeah."
No, he literally looked. So I'm sitting there with him, and I'd been counting it off. I'm like, "Dude, I got this. It's this, bam, this, bam." So I'm sitting there with him counting it, and after they tried a bunch of times, he just turns to me and he goes, "You can do this, right?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, then get in there." And I'm like, Cameron Webb just told me to go to the booth. I'm not saying no. I'm like, "Oh shit!" So I got up and I go walking in, and you're videotaping Billy, and you turn and you go, "You going in the booth?" And I go, "Yeah." And you're like, "Rock on!" So I went in and I knocked it out in a couple takes, and it was like, "All right," and we're done.
Nice.
Will is asking you the same question. How is your music and tracking doing, Aaron?
Excellent. We are slightly behind JJ. I have one song left to sing, and then mixing and mastering. And I'm not going to sing that song this Tuesday because I get in tomorrow and then I go to work Tuesday. And I'm not going to want to fucking sing Tuesday.
Right, but you're super close, man.
Oh yeah, I'll do it the following Tuesday. I'll do all the vocals, and then with revisions and shit, I'd guess a month after that, and then masterings takes a week to 2 weeks after it's sent off to Cleveland. So we'll probably be coming out similar time frames because we both got to have artwork done for the show. Figure out how we're going to release. Like I already have the video concept for the first single. I just don't know which song is going to be the first single. Like I have the storyboard written.
It's kicking though, mate.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, excited.
And then me and JJ are gonna start playing together, and the world's gonna fucking combust.
Yeah, wouldn't that be wonderful?
It's gonna combust.
That will be awesome. There we go. And at the very least, I'll tech for you guys.
There we go, brother.
There you go. Hey,
At
my amps, unlike JJ's amps, my amps have flight cases and wheels. You just gotta push them.
Someone will come up to Aaron and they're like, what's that guy's job? Oh, he's just here to control the hang backstage. That's
he pushes my amp from the van to the stage and then hangs out.
Yeah. And just coordinates the hang.
That's all he does. He makes sure that we don't have any more than one shot and one beer before we go on. And then afterwards, he makes sure that there's plenty. And he joins in. That's it.
Exactly. So, well, this is awesome. We recap some NAMM. I wish I was out there with you guys, of course, doing the show from the garage as well.
You, that's why I tried to FaceTime you as much as possible because I wanted you there. as much as
I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. So, and thanks everybody that tuned in tonight. This has definitely been awesome. I hope we covered everything you needed covered. And, you know, as usual, it's always a good hang when we hang with these guys. So
It's all about the hang. We've said that for years.
all about the hang. You know, what else is there in life? Anywho's, I'm Ben. That's JJ and Aaron. You're still you. Imagine that. As always, hold those doors open. Let Doug's wife in ahead of you in traffic because she's real.
If Quentin watches this on replay, Flipside Music. We love you, brother.
Thanks again, Flipside Music, for helping put this together.
Getting everything worked out. And yeah, nothing but love for everyone.
And if the stars align, hopefully we'll be doing it as a 3-piece again in April.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Love to everyone in the chat. Rock on.
So, yeah. Well, I'll be back on tomorrow night playing some guitar. Different guitar because the other one's still apart. Dang, lack of grub screws. Dang it. Anywho's, yeah, I said the closing. So, yeah, be good to each other. Happy tone chasing. And where's the button? There it is. Don't litter.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah.
Don't litter.